have a cat staring me down right now. I don't know what he wants. What? What? You don't ever do this. Why are you being so cringe today? You want attention. He wants attention. That's all he wants. He just wants attention right now. That's all he wants. You shithead. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're doing a run. Do I just start off a fresh run? I was so tired last night. Dude, what do you want? Huh? You wanna fight? Is that it? You wanna fight? Okay, he's just staring at me. I gotta let him out. I gotta put him outside. He's just gonna stand here the whole time. Alright, I know Ziggy posted a video, so I kind of need to check that out real quick. Yeah, I gotta see what the hell is what's going on. Is this max quality? No, it is. Okay.
With the Vile Temples that everyone's going to have access to, in addition to Abyss Crafting and the other various improvements that have been made there. Like, I think our gear is looking pretty good, but I didn't have anything super crazy in Act 2 and 3. But I was able to fix bad slots when needed for the most part.
Oh,
the biggest gap was spellcaster weapons affecting spell power level, so they were all a little bit more underpowered than they probably should be to look at. Also, due to skipping through some of the larger zones and missing a side quest or two.
This freeze makes me think Werewolf is going to be so, like, I don't know. I feel like as an opener, you pounce, you freeze, and then you slam or do wyvern stuff. Like, I don't know, man.
Ended up a bit underleveled and underpassived. And because I'm trying to test as many different setups as possible, my gem levels and supports are all a little bit bad for a long time. I'm quite a few levels behind on some skills and don't have supports kind of filled out for nearly everything.
So he's not even as strong as he should be?
Gear, but a bit worse than average passives and gems. Anyway, make of that what you will. As I move into Act 2, I get a chance to cut my first...
Thunderstorm. Freeze build up. More shock. Lingers. 12 seconds. What the hell?
Level 5 gem. And this tier gives access to some pretty key skills for a few of the druid.
1% of physical attack damage dealt. Up to 20. Thorny ground. Oh. I may or may not have been doing a 0 to hero thorn run. This gives me another option. Well, you need to run Scavenge Plating. I could run this as my second support. Thorns getting buffed. Feels good, man.
Playstyles. You've got Thunderstorm with synergies for plant, lightning, and cold damage builds. More on those later. Devour for much easier charge generation on the Wyvern. Pretty key piece for those.
Devour. 2 corpses.
Builds. and Arctic Howl for Freeze Werewolf.
Over 1 second. That's not good.
And then
3 rage on hit. Fissure duration is 12 seconds. Limit 12 fissures. Channeling tag. Why does it have the channeling tag?
Fury of the Mountain for the bear form, which is what I take first. And this one is excellent. This is a slam skill that creates fissures. You can have up to 12 of them out at a time, and it generates rage on hit. This skill immediately replaced Maul as the basic attack for bear for me, since it does the same role of rage generation, and Fury of the Mountain does a whole lot more in addition to that too.
So it's just better warrior. Because I tried doing this fissure stuff in the campaign on warrior on one of my practice runs, and that shit sucked. It was actually just not. It ain't it. And meanwhile, bear can do it easily.
As a fissure skill, Shockwave Totem.
They might have to rework warrior.
Pulses, so
we might be in rework territory.
There's
I don't know.
even better news here. The pulses can.
Whoa. Bro, you can't just be flashing me with the good stuff. What the hell? Oh, it's just damage. These are armor ES, right? Huh. If these are armor ES, when I'm doing my minion leveling, I was debating whether I go to the armor ES stuff over here. If there's armor ES here, and like generic damage for minions, I could do armor energy shield instead of just pure armor. That would definitely be better.
Pulses can also generate rage on each hit in addition to that initial slam. So the totem fissures just keep pulsing and they keep your rage topped up while you spend it slamming away. It's really nutty. So crazy, in fact, that I thought it probably wasn't intended and was a bug. So I asked the developers and they're like, oh, we'll take a look at that. But then I asked Mark in the Q&A, he said, you know, it actually should work that way because that's fun and cool. And true to their word, I double checked and that seems to be the plan. So it's a really...
Kind of keeping an eye on his rage. I'm trying to see like what the rage is going to look like. Looks pretty good, honestly. Let me rehear that.
And they keep your rage topped up in addition to that initial slam. So the totem fissures just keep pulsing and they keep your rage topped up while you spend it.
So totem fissures will keep the rage going and they top you off. So so like you could jump to a pack, put down like a fissure slam, put down the totem, and then jump to the next pack, and you'll still be gaining rage off that last pack as that last pack dies, I guess. And you can just have infinite rage. If you're gaining that much rage, isn't that going to make it so you can use this ult like pretty consistently? I was kind of worried about rage generation, but I mean,
slamming away. It's really nutty. So crazy, in fact, that I thought it probably wasn't intended and was a bug. So I asked the developers and they're like, oh, we'll take a look at that. But then I asked Mark in the Q&A, he said, you know, it actually should work that way because that's fun and cool. And true to their word, I double checked and that seems to be the plan. So it's a really sick rage generator skill.
I feel like bear is easily the
passive
best.
Ongoing rage generation.
That's why I want to go bear because it
just
just looks the best.
A lot. And on top of that, for Fury of the Mountain, since it's a slam skill, each of the initial hits can trigger volcano projectiles. So you can toss down your volcano projectiles and slam those out. As a bit of a side note that's kind of related to this, in the updated patch notes, they just posted that the rage decay rate was halved and the time before it begins increased from 2 to 4 seconds. So it's now much easier.
Not a PoE player. 20 hours in PoE too. It's pretty good. 50 hours in PoE. Oh. Content interests me to return to the game. I like the game, just struggled how to start. I mean, we'll do some practice runs, but I can't practice bear, right? And warrior is so different from bear, so I can't really do much, but just planing.
To keep rage up between packs as
I'm
well.
gonna be honest, I think you could just play whatever bear stuff or werewolf stuff, and it looks like it's gonna be foolproof. I genuinely think we're fine. This is already good, and this is 2-week-old footage, and they already went through and buffed a bunch of stuff, so I think for a league start, most new players should definitely be completely fine. But I'm gonna be pumping out like daily videos, you know, the daily shit of just because I'm no lifing this league. Fucking probably 30 hours on day one. I'll upload like every day what I'm doing, how to make it feel good, all that shit. But honestly, I think this stuff feels so, I don't know how to describe it, streamlined.
Well, so all around rage.
It looks
and
so
bear
easy
form
to play.
Really comfy to play. There's so many lines of combo interactions going on here with like the bear form kind of approach. You've got Volcano being triggered by Fury of the Mountain and Furious Slam. Then you've got Shockwave Totems triggering the fissures from Fury of the Mountain and the jagged ground that you create with empowered Furious Slams. And it's all fueled by the continuous rage generation going on from the totems triggering the fissures on enemies, powering those Furious Slams. So it's kind of looping.
Jesus.
There's a lot of feedback loops of damage going on here. Makes for a pretty satisfying bossing. It's actually like pretty straightforward to play.
That looks so cool. Why is that happening? Is that the empowered slam? Is that why it looks like that? I like the green look. I don't know why it's happening though. Let me see. Did he link Fist of War with his slam? Is that what that is? I think it's Fist of War, if I remember correctly. That's Fist of War icon. He's at max rage.
It's actually like pretty straightforward.
Jagged Ground. That's what Jagged Ground looks like? What the hell? I thought it looked different. I'm tripping.
Straightforwards to play as well. You don't really have to think about all of those like complex lines of play. You just kind of do all the things on top.
Wait, then what the hell was I doing in my warrior practice? I was putting Jagged Ground down. He didn't look like that. What the fuck? Waffles, when my Smith Bear build goes horribly, can I blame you for baiting me? Yeah. 100%. I'll take the, hey, shot through the heart and I'm to blame. I give love a bad name.
Each other, it works great. So I didn't actually play this setup for too long because I was a bit unsure if Fury of the Mountain was working as intended. So I don't think I did it full justice gameplay wise. But basically you can drop a volcano or two with the extra charge and a totem, then Fury of the Mountain, a couple fishes out, pounce in via wolf form, and then Furious Slam repeatedly until everything is dead or you repeat that cycle. At higher levels, I think you'll be able to work in Ferocious Roar with Infernal Cry. It should be a great addition for some extra fire damage, and Rampage could also be lots of fun to use instead of or before the slams maybe to trigger the fishes as you run around.
I feel like what we're seeing here is him try other stuff, throw a spell here or there or whatever, and then he just goes bear and just kills it.
Bear. I know.
It's just like, all right, fuck it, I'm going bear, one shot it,
things.
he's dead. Arctic Howl. Well, we've already seen this, but empowers one attack power, or per 10 enemy power in range, counting up to 50 power. War cry radius, 8-second duration. Do you have to stay in werewolf form to keep this buff? Shapeshift into werewolf, load an icy howl that damages enemy, freezes primed enemies. Skill empowers your attacks with added cold damage and chilled ground, grants your allies added cold damage. The skill's cooldown can be bypassed. Oh, this doesn't say anything about having to stay in werewolf form. Interesting. There's a guy yesterday who was talking about polar bear, and I'm not gonna lie, polar bear polar bear might be a thing. I don't know.
Arctic Howl is a cold warcry like skill for werewolf form that deals some cold damage in an area and knocks them back. Mainly though, this one insta-freezes any enemies that are primed for freeze, which is, I believe, anything over 70% freeze build-up on bosses and lower for other enemies. Upon freezing enemies or hitting an already frozen enemy, Arctic Cry gives your allies bonus cold damage and chilled ground generation, and it empowers some of your own attacks with added cold damage.
Bro, polar bear.
So the fact that it works on already frozen enemies is really key to it not being awkward to use. I mean, it's great when it lets you freeze enemies earlier, especially bosses, but in most cases, regular enemies are just
Whether
frozen
it doesn't
from
have the
one
war
lunar
cry
assault
tag
anyway,
too?
right?
That's got to
be
be
a health
alpha thing,
freeze
right?
build-up scaling that everything's frozen, you don't really get it. You kind of miss your opportunity if it was like that. So there's like a support element to this skill that'll be pretty interesting for party play, or of course minion builds like Wolfpack builds. But I should note that in the version of the game that I was playing at this point, the Wolf Minion parts of the Druid were still being finalized, so it's not something I could really gauge.
I'm really tempted to
do
do
this particular Lunar Assault and Shred style with Arctic Howl.
Werewolf,
what I've noticed is that any empowers often end up just getting used by a quick shred attack, which is pretty low impact for an empower. Empower typically makes more sense for big, heavy hits like slams, where the limited nature of those empowerments fits better, right? And that's somewhat at odds with the Wolf, which is pretty fast and lots of really fast little hits. It's possible that it could be used to empower maybe like a pure Lunar Assault setup more for clearing, I imagine, with Herald of Ice at endgame. So I'm sure we'll figure out a place for it. I'm also wondering if it like has potential as a piece in some sort of mixed melee builds, like, I don't know, Wolf Monks or something. Despite Empower not adding much for my playstyle, I still ended up using this skill as a way to freeze bosses early, and I also linked it to Ice Bite as a way to generate the Ice Bite damage buff. So that was nice, but definitely lower impact than some of the other skills that we got for the Wolf form. Early in Act 2, I had my next entrance to the Val Temple, and things started getting more interesting with more options for rooms and actual room upgrading occurring. For example, linking the workshop to the bronze workers, which I was able to place to create 4 tier 2 rooms. I think ways to upgrade guardhouses are also possible at this level, as I recall seeing those a little bit later on. So this is still very simple, early intro tutorial.
Waiting to see some crazy person make a werewolf Stormweaver. I mean, I'm sure somebody's already started thinking about some crazy shit like that. Fire damage converted to cold for cold slams, and then way to pop the packs. Over my head. It's kind of the fun thing about PoE 2 is I don't know everything, but it also is frustrating because it's like, does that exist? And I don't know. I know you can convert the fire damage to cold for sure, and that howl sounds interesting. I mean, my first build's probably Demon Bear, and then I guess the second one I'm gonna do Polar Bear, and then if we're done with bear, then I'll probably try werewolf.
Level sort of stuff here before you unlock the time travel version of the temple later on.
But I'm cringe. I'm just gonna do werewolf minions because I just know minions are already good.
So it's a bit more impactful on your gear upgrade. The special rare monsters in some of the rooms were pretty spicy as well, but the icicle shred wolf action seemed to be getting more and more effective as I progressed, and I didn't have too many difficulties.
That guy looks cool.
I need more time for that. Wild ticking.
And indeed, after my little temple foray to upgrade my gear, I pieced out and went right into the Rudia fight, where we get to see the power of freeze scaling this setup has access to here.
What is going on up here? We got chill, ignite, shock, hinder, armor break, magnitude of ignite, and then I think briar patch? Like, what the fuck is happening?
I'm not ready yet.
I think she got to do like one flamethrower attack in between long freezes, which are starting to get scaled by some freeze duration buffs at this point from the tree and supports. She didn't even get it.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I know he's hyping up the damage here, bro. I feel like Bear would have 3-shot this guy. I feel like yeah, I don't know. I feel like Bear would have killed this thing already from what we've seen so far.
Chance to do a final melee form. Ooh. So after that, I got to try out Thunderstorm. This is a spell that has a lot of different applications. It strikes an area with lightning bolts over a long duration, so it's just another...
Surprised people don't think about putting volcanic fragments on the melee attack of Bear. Brother. I have 1,000 hours in PoE 2. What the fuck are volcanic fragments? Volcanic eruption. Melee strike use yourself. Eruption hit against enemies. Volcanic fissure. The hell? What are volcanic fragments?
Same damage thing you can throw in, but it's a combo piece for quite a few setups because the rainstorm like also creates, well, rain. It moistens things. The rain drenches enemies. I feel like this is a meme skill at this point, so PoE, making them have it makes them have substantial buffs to the chance to be shot and a freeze build up on the enemies that are drenched. That rain also waters your plants.
Water the plants.
So silly. We'll take a look at that one later, but for now it's pretty effective as a booster akin to, say, Volcano for Ice Wolf. We just throw it down for some extra damage. I use the extra charge to be able to get
water my plants. I got 2 plants.
Support, overabundance, and
I've had them for like 4 years.
Noticeable amount of extra sustained damage. And then on top of that, it would moisten the enemies, making them even easier to freeze. Not that I really needed that at this point. Pretty nice on bosses and rares, and it gave me a bit of boost to kind of area denial management since I didn't get to try Herald of Ice in my testing with this playstyle, so I was lacking a little bit of that AoE clear, which this helped make up for. It was pretty satisfying pinning the Jin in a corner. She's usually quite the pest, this boss, teleporting around and everything. And the ice shards stack and explode right under her when it gets against a wall like this as well. You can get that nice shotgunning going on. It's pretty awesome, even though I actually kind of screwed up the combo by backing off when she was frozen to do some other spells.
It feels like the shards need AoE. They're kind of
I grabbed
tiny,
Devour next, and
so you might need to get AoE.
This skill allows you to leap onto a colorable enemy or corpses and eat their bloody faces. Eating faces gives you a flat regen buff to heal up and generate power charges for you as well. This skill,
I feel sad to say. I'm anti-Wyvern because I just think Wyvern looks so bad for the campaign. I think it'll be busted in the endgame. I think you'll be able to do Flame Breath stuff and stay in Flame Breath and everything like that. They were talking about how like you can stack the Ignite infinitely on bosses. But I feel like for the campaign, I have not seen one thing from Wyvern that makes me think that it's better than Wolf or Bear. Or as in Strain or Contagion. So I'm really hoping he can show me something here, but I don't know.
Presents a pretty big turnaround for the power charge issue for Lightning Wyvern. It makes it really easy to sustain empowered lightning form while clearing. It's not like killing Palm on Monk, I think, since the fact that you can use it on corpses means that you can basically use it when you want. You're not trying to like time that very narrow window of trying to get some cullable enemy to cull. I was surprised by how good Devourer felt overall to use. I think skills like this are normally very clunky, but they've made this like as forgiving and as strong as they dared to, I suspect. The issue is, of course, that in boss fights, you just don't have anything to cull unless they have some ads or corpses nearby.
Yeah, like what do we do about boss
fights?
brother?
Don't really have a plentiful supply of that in PoE 2 currently, so you do have that issue of not having access to Devourer.
Yeah, I would have played Ray Zombies like 10 years ago if well, 10 years ago, a year ago, if raised zombies were usable on bosses, and then you could detonate the raised zombie, you know, like, but I feel like they're specifically trying to not let stuff like that happen. So you have raised zombies, and it's like, well, raised zombies are supposed to just kill packs of mobs, but why would you do that when you can't use them against bosses? So it's like, what the fuck? And I feel like Wyvern is suffering from that too, where, okay, you go to a map boss and you have power charges, blow your load, and what do you do now? I don't know. I have no idea. It feels like there's the Vols chest, I guess. I don't know. Maybe make it so you, like, the Devour can work on a boss, I guess? I have no idea.
Or during the entirety of boss fights, meaning you still rely on that kind of like stun build-up Wing Blast, and that makes Power Charge Lightning Wyvern a bit of a tough nut to crack for bossing at this point in the campaign still. Like, maybe there exists some nice solutions with supports and things later on,
this just doesn't
but it only
look
really
good.
works well for clearing at this point. Of course, Magma, Orb, and Volcano combo exist as a fairly
No.
potent fallback for many
Hell
bosses,
no.
as long as they're not like too small.
Hell no.
And Thunderstorm as an extra addition now gives
Not
you
a
shock
chance
boost
in
and
hell.
some
I ain't
extra
touching
sustained
Magma
damage
Orb
that
with
you
a
can leave in.
50-foot pole. Get that shit out of my face. Ooh, Ziggy hasn't been fighting this boss so often.
So sending in Sekimas was up next, and I think any of the strategies can work here. Even Wyvern, so duration, spell spam, you just go slow and safe, that should work just fine. Bear form with Fury of the Mountain Fissures and Totems for just like really easy ranged melee should be super safe. And then even Wyvern with Volcano, Storm, and Magma at range should just be like a nice easy ranged spellcaster approach if you want to go that route. I end up going for possibly the hardest, Wolf form, as it's kind of proper melee, but that said, it's decently powerful and it goes just kind of fine with a bit of hit and run and taking advantage of freeze, but I have practiced a lot of Sekimas runs, so that does help. I suggest maybe going for one of the other routes,
This
or
does not
just
look
getting
good.
a little bit overpowered and doing some hit and run freeze action.
I feel like this is very much, he goes to cast the spells don't do much damage. He goes to Werewolf Form, does a lot of damage, and it's kind of like, brother, let's just start howling.
If you're going wolf form in Sekimas.
Out for this land.
Hopefully they buff the spells for leveling, because right now they look a little DOA.
I need more time for that. So much heft, and still you fall like the rest.
So, as first ending, Oracle felt like a bit of a rabbit hole that I didn't want to dive into in my somewhat limited time, so I ended up going for a bit more straightforward and fun-looking Shaman. Interestingly, the node that I actually took got changed as I was playing, so that's what happens when you're playing on the live dev version of the game in the end. No point showing you the earlier version, but the newer version gave enemies in my presence exposure and 10% extra damage as random element, which is fun and fits with the node that I get later on too. Funnily, it took me way too long to figure out how I was giving enemies exposure, because this just happened in the background. It was a different node when I picked it, right?
Oh.
It didn't have that mechanic at all. I was very confused until I eventually just randomly looked at my sentency and was like, oh, that looks different. So, with some bonus elemental damage online, I head back into Act 2 with my beloved wolf form to test out the new cross-slash skill that I picked up at some point. This executes a short hopback with a massive X-shaped slash. It's a pretty important skill for many wolf builds for two main reasons. It triggers any marks on the target, which, in the case of Predator's Mark from Pounce, means that you can...
Which build will you be going for? League start, Bear, Smith of Kadava is the lead, because I want to play hardcore. If I wasn't doing hardcore, I probably would just go, because I know they updated Shaman. I took a look at it for a second. I'd probably just go Shaman if I was softcore. I just don't believe in the defenses for Shaman, so I'm going to do Smith of Kadava Bear and try to go Demon Bear as soon as possible. And then after that, maybe Polar Bear. It sounds so stupid, but Polar Bear. And then my backup is Minions, so I've been doing Minion practice today, just in case for some reason I die or Bear sucks.
Wolves on demand. I imagine that also means that you can explode freezing or voltaic marks with it too, if you want to get some extra damage from that. And on top of that, when triggering marks this way, cross slash causes an extra shockwave of damage too. And then for the Ice Werewolf builds, Cross Slash is very powerful, as it scoops up any of those ice fragments in the area and dumps them all in the middle of that X. That means that you go from sometimes hitting bosses or rares with half or so of the icicles to being able to hit them with every single icicle every time if you time it right. That's a big burst damage boost to the build. So this unlocks like a new play strategy now. It looks a little something.
You think which minions will be good next patch? Yeah, 100%. I didn't have the time to make a minion league starter. I wanted to, but I just didn't end up having the time to do it. But yeah, minions are completely fine. I'll be doing like skeleton archers early on, try to mix with werewolves when I do my werewolf run. And outside of that, I know cultist archers are probably going to be pretty OP. You get it from level 11 zone, was it Freethorn? And they buffed the cooldown on him, so I already know, I'm pretty sure Cultist Archers are going to be the new best race victor. But I've played Minions for the last year, so I'm like, alright, I want to mix it up. I want to play the new class first.
Something like Pounce In, marking the enemy, Lunar Assault, and maybe an Arctic Howl to freeze them. Then go for a full Shred combo, and Cross Slash to dump all of the icicles from that Shred combo on them, and then start shredding again while those explode until the enemies unfreeze. Then when it's unfrozen or you finish your next combo, hit another Cross Slash for good measure to just scoop up all the rest of those little icicle shards. With a bit of attack speed scaling, it seems like you definitely get time for like 2 full Shred combos during the course of a lot of freezes.
Watering the bosses.
Especially if you start scaling freeze duration as well.
This damage is pretty good. Yeah, Werewolf looks pretty good. I just feel like Wyvern's the stepchild right now. It's like, man, probably gonna have to get some buffs or something.
The hopback part of the cross slash could have felt annoying. There's been cases where this has been, you know, the case for other skills, especially when trying to do like single target damage. You don't really want to be like going away from the enemy trying to damage. But in this case, didn't feel like an issue thanks to Shred having that built-in mini leap to the target on the first attack. That made it feel really smooth.
Yeah, you have Pounce and you have Shred, so it's not that bad, right?
Already crazy mobility feeling of the werewolf form. You're leaping in and out really smoothly. They really, I think, captured the frenzied feeling
the freeze is
of what
crazy.
I want from a werewolf.
Like, what the fuck?
Something about the way like you pounce in and then tear away with your hands.
Everything's
is very
frozen.
Satisfying.
Fuck.
It makes it feel like, oh man, I'm just like dismantling these bosses. I'm pulling them apart limb by limb. It's good. It plays into the fantasy, even though like I wasn't.
Stop it, Ziggy. You're making me start thinking, and I don't want to think. I want to just play the game.
It wasn't kind of like a more physical, blood-oriented setup, but I guess they have a more of an overall elemental theme for the druid, and the ice wolf is a bit more unique, I suppose. I'm on board at this point. So in Keth, I found a support gem and put AoE on cross slash, which is probably unnecessary.
Increased damage with that's in the game already, I think. What was this one?
So in Keth,
increased attack damage, immobilization buildup. I don't know exactly what that is, but generic attack damage.
I found a support gem and put AoE on cross slash, which is probably unnecessary, but it was satisfying. Let's make that thing even bigger. It's already like huge. You can see some nice screen-sized X marks the spots on bosses, being pretty funny. And I had a pretty interesting encounter here too. So the first unique boss that I saw on a Vile Sacrifice platform kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
Hey,
unfortunately for them, I instantly froze them and was about to finish them off before they even had a chance to do anything. But I decided to hold back and just give them a chance. I wanted to see what the boss did.
Bro, this guy stinks.
Shortly after that, in this fun tomb encounter, I was really sad that I didn't choose Herald of Ice earlier. Because, oh man, that's going to be so satisfying there. Well, it launches soon. I can try that again, perhaps.
Bro, what the fuck is happening?
And finally for Kef, finding new and fun ways to torment the sad fire baby boss is a personal hobby of mine. I don't know if you've heard of this genre of activity, but I'm pleased to report that Warform has a pretty fresh take in this regard.
I mean, what the fuck is happening? Jesus Christ.
Only to get
I wonder how good his gear is right now.
So as we head into the Titan Valley, you get to see some of the now core Abyss mechanic is having a presence in the campaign. And I did actually get quite a few crafting items from Abyss during Acts 2 and 3, which that surprised me because Val Temple is giving out a ton of crafting power, and it feels like we didn't really even lose Abyss in this regard. I expected that Abyss would just be like non-existent until endgame, but it's there and you actually get to use it. I used it a few times. I was maybe getting a bit overconfident at this point because I suffered a classic for me giant scaly squish death. I swear it's like one of my most common deaths in PoE2 is just getting these guys falling on me.
Yeah, he may not have
boss
armor.
points out a minor nuisance in freeze builds like this. Some larger bosses in PoE2 have a mechanic where they cannot be frozen or like stopped during certain attack sequences or time frames. That can mean that you basically don't get to freeze them if you're killing them fast enough, which is kind of a bummer. I get that there's a few reasons to have a mechanic like this, but I think that maybe you could use some fine-tuning, or maybe like a change like allowing the freeze to function, but the enemy's still able to move while frozen if they're like a giant Titan enemy like this. They just, you know, get slowed. I think designs like that are great because then you don't get locked out of your actual build mechanics. You can still have your like on-freeze mechanic of like firing icicles at the boss. Anyway, it's not like the fight was difficult or anything. It's just kind of like a bummer that he spends, you know, a full minute on 99% freeze.
What the fuck is that?
I ended up getting another Val Temple in the latter half of Act 2 with more room upgrading and plenty of crafting benches to socket quality and add mods to my gear. And this nicely combines with the Abyss crafts that I had access to now as well to round out some key gear pieces, you know, upgrading a chest or fixing up a weapon, for example. Actually managed to get the next Spirit Gem tier here.
60
I was definitely
Spirit.
tempted to take her advice, but I wanted to check out some of the new stuff. There's 2 new options here. So Wolfpack, it does exactly what you think. It summons a wolf.
Bark Skin. Taking hit damage from enemies to your... While active, taking hit damage from enemies to your energy shield causes you to gain armor for a short duration. Short duration, as in 6. Armor gained from multiple hits can stack. When hit by an enemy, gain armor equal to 32% of energy shield lost. So that's just going to be base armor that'll be amplified. I really want armor ES to be a thing. I don't think armor ES is a thing though, because you have to get to like 30,000 armor for it to really do anything. I don't know if you can get 30,000 armor with armor ES. I mean, even on a 50,000 armor like Smith and Katava, you're still not like invulnerable. So I don't know. It's cool. I think for leveling, this is really sick. I'll probably use this while leveling. Actually, I'll probably use this while couldn't you just go energy shield and then if you had 2000 ES? It wouldn't be enough. It's pretty cool.
Back. Apparently you can also get a crazy number of wolves with this plus pounce at endgame. I want to say like specific numbers that the dev said to me because I can't remember what the actual number was, but it was higher than I expected based on the numbers that you see here, which I think like I can have 4 and 5 right now, so 9. But I guess if you think you can have 9 now and then assume what you can have by endgame, well, yeah, you can maybe get the idea. Anyway, I don't know the potential of the Minion Druid side of things. They're trying to put every single build in Druid, so I'm sure some of them will probably not be fully well-rounded, but I don't know, maybe there's some Wolfpack potential there. Anyway, I opted for the other choice.
I just wish I knew if the wolves did
skin.
Fizz converted to cold, or do they just do Fizz
based on
damage?
Damage taken on hit to your energy shield.
Because then I would know whether or not they could do
and
extra Fizz or extra
scaling,
generic.
for example. I think you can probably stack some pretty substantial armor from this. I'm actually kind of shocked that it doesn't have like a hard limit. I'm used to skills like this having or needing hard limits,
9% armor.
Inevitably some player gets infinite armor from or something. But I guess in this case, since it's duration based and it requires enemy hits, like I don't think you could self-hit yourself with this or anything. It's probably, that makes it a bit more reasonable. Anyway, I really like this skill. It's actually kind of messed around with a little bit for building my character, even though I was just in the campaign, I didn't really need it. I took the Zealot's Oath keystone to convert life regeneration to energy shield regen when my life was full, and that keeps it present in combat much better than recharge, and that enables Barkskin to do a whole lot more, I think. It's not really like a flashy skill, but I don't know, I really like this one. It seems fun to build around hybrid life ES, regen, and stacking defensive buffs that like spike the more danger, and I like that style mechanic. It's neat. And with Druid having like a lot of access to elemental damage taken to armor, I can anticipate, you know, this having a bit more of an impact as well. Anyway, alongside Cross Slash, Ferocious Roar, and Spell Totem are the other level 7 gems. Spell Totem lets you link a spell to be kind of autocast by the totem, but in PoE2 it costs 3 charges. That sounds kind of annoying, but at least for bear form it's super easy to have 3 endurance charges passively and quickly even by just spending rage. So it's probably pretty easy to use it there for some like decent utility spell options. But it's not something I've really given any thought at this point. It seems supplemental for sure. Ferocious Roar looks pretty good. It's a bear form Warcry skill.
Yeah, this is okay. We already know this one, right? Spells deal 30% increased damage. Yeah, this is
lets you gain more rage and break some armor in its default form. But the real use case is probably that you can link normal human Warcries like Infernal Cry into it to trigger those instead. That lets you use Infernal Cry in bear form, whereas otherwise you'd swap to human form to do it. And that will, you know, pair nicely with the Fire Fisher Volcano playstyles. For whatever reason, I can't really recall, I didn't end up getting a chance to test either of these. Probably because they need like other skills to make much use of them, or I forgot one of those. Anyway, end of Act 2 is often a huge difficulty spike for many builds, and weirdly I was getting a little bit under-leveled through Act 2 and 3, and also feeling like the cost of my erratic gem cutting choices as I try to test anything and everything. So, despite that, I managed pretty fine, with the sustain spells helping in those sketchier choke points, and Freeze taking care of everything else.
Bro. I'm gonna be honest, I think they might have to nerf this boss. His HP. He is so tanky. It's so brutal. I've played so many builds, and all the builds hit a wall when you hit the giant skeleton in this guy. It's the back-to-back. Up until those points, you feel like pretty good, you feel strong. And then you reach this guy, and it's like, my build sucks. So, fuck. Some wolves are just idling? Brother, are we gonna have AI? I've already bitched about
And
AI
also
minions
feeling
in
like
this
the
game.
cost of my erratic gem cutting choices as I try to test anything and everything.
Oh yeah. We got fucking little Jake over here. Little Jay. Just clocking out on the job right now, just dipping in the water.
So, despite that, I managed pretty fine with the sustain spells helping in those sketchier choke points.
I've said it before. I've complained about this so much. Just give me convocation. I'll give up 20 spirit. Give me 20 spirit so I can run convocation that instantly teleports my minion. They don't fucking fly. They don't turn into ghost forms. Give me convocation so I can reset my minions when they're doing dumb shit. Or fix the minion AI, but I feel like that's just an impossible task at this point.
And Freeze taking care of everything else. And then with Jamin Ra himself, I was actually pretty dang impressed. I managed 3 freezes in second form, and while my damage had fallen off a bit at this point, it was pretty damn smooth fight. He didn't give me much grief.
I need more time for that.
Heading into Act 3, I spent...
What do you think about the zombie changes? The problem with zombies is if you told me the zombies one-shot every single mob in the game, I would be like, that's sick as fuck. Can I use them on bosses? If the answer is still no, then I'm just like, why do I want to touch zombies? I just want them to make it so I can generate zombies against bosses. And then I'm in. So that's my problem, is I want to just play one minion. I don't want to swap minions from like mapping to a boss. That's kind of how PoE2 is designed right now, is they want you to use different minions. So I don't really want to do that. So for me, zombies are just kind of like dead on arrival. And it's not about power. It's just about like, dude, I just want my zombies to go from mapping to kill the boss. I want to fight Zesht and then have a bunch of zombies. But zombies look good. Damage looks good.
a bit more time on wolf form. I can't help myself. It's so much fun. It's fast to run through zones. First, though, something pretty unexpected.
Unless there's a change
on the Vast
that literally
Sacrifice
fixes that. I don't remember seeing it though. I thought you would say movement speed. You played Gemling Legionnaire last league. You can sustain the power charges, but they die off screen. Bruh. It's so funny. Every single time you see someone die to the monkey, until it happens to you, but...
What the heck, GG? That's pretty cheeky, putting another death monkey in this act just here randomly. Anyway, it's time for that build change up. Apologies in advance, but I do not get time to return to bear form. But you know it's good, right? I think you've seen enough to say that.
Fuck you. I want to see more bear. I'm here for bear, bro. I don't want to see werewolf. For the record, he's given up on wyvern. I know he's being nice about it. He's given up on wyvern, by the way. The last 15 minutes has just been him doing werewolf stuff. He literally has completely been like, yeah, wyvern sucks. He doesn't want to say it. I get why he doesn't want to say it, but let's be real. Wyvern's dog shit for campaign. I'm hoping it's good in the end game, but this tells me everything I need to know.
I do have something else for you, though. The moment that some of you have been desperately waiting for. It's officially time to water my plants. Now we're Path of Exiling. Gem level 9 gives Thrashing Vines. It's a plant spell that summons large vines that slap the ground and enemies do. With that,
Whoa,
plus
accelerated
Entangle
growth.
and the Thunderstorm spell,
They do
we
fizz
have
damage?
everything we need to water our plants. The accelerated growth support seems pretty key here. That's a good one to incorporate into this. It lets you trigger exploding flowers whenever you
fissuring
overgrow
my
your
plants.
Oh, it's so good. So each plant spell here has a mechanic where it will overgrow in some way if watered by thunderstorms. I can't get over how silly your plant druid is. Anyway, for Entangle, it makes the fishes last longer, and for Thrashing Vines, it makes them 50% larger and do 50% more damage. So really chunky for that. But Entangle's not really doing much, just making them last longer. It's not really a big deal by itself. It's not something you would do if you weren't just kind of doing it for other reasons anyway. But that accelerated growth gem adds...
This looks like ass.
explosions. That makes it absolutely worth it. I'm pretty sure you can also do the same thing on Briar Patch too, though I'm not sure I ended up testing that. So yeah, I see some accelerated growth on Briar Patch and on Entangle, and then you're scaling up the Thrashing Vines in other ways, most likely. So this is a...
It looks terrible, so I'm definitely going to play it. That's my brain. I see this, I'm like, this doesn't look that good. I kind of want to play it.
duration sustained damage spellcaster style, and there's plenty of nodes for that in the druids area,
Fizz,
including an
duration.
actual
Whoa, bro, we got a plant wheel. What was that? Plants have a 20% chance to immediately overgrow. Huh. What in the hell?
including an actual plant cluster that has a chance for plants to overgrow immediately, even without thunderstorm raining on them. So that, with the support from earlier, means
poison
you get some
spores,
exploding
just
fouls
do
and that
it.
too,
We
so
know
that's a nice
poison's
little
OP in this
boost.
game.
It's mostly physical damage here with the plants, so you could likely work in the later tornado spell that's physical as well. And maybe you can even go poison. I know there's plenty of gems pitched in that direction because of the existence of like the other plant stuff on the other
This
side of
looks
the
way
tree.
better.
I have to mention my favorite upgrade that I messed around with, and that was putting Pin on Entangle. I'm in love with Pin after playing a Tactician. Pin's amazing. And Entangle did an excellent job of rapidly building up Pin too. And I do think Pin or some sort of slow scaling seems like a very good idea here, as you really want to cause enemies to, you know, just get bogged down and stacked up in your 4 overlapped entangles and 2 giant vine slapped fields with briar patches and double storms on top. You know, that's where all the fun's happening. You want all the mobs to be in there. So pinning them in place is really nice. But you could totally add main and do like slow effectiveness scaling as well. I've done that sort of stuff on grenades before, it's really nice. Now you may be thinking, looking at the footage here, that DPS looks a bit meh, and you'd be right. But in Rainy Druid's defense, I was still using my level 2 fire damage stuff at this point, so I just kind of forgot about it all this time. So
oh, info. Skill speed, man. Oh, skill speed. That's different than what it is right now. This guy talks super fast. I'm just watching it on 1.2 speed because it's a fucking 37-minute video. If I'm being completely honest, I watch every video on either 1.25 or 1.5 speed. So, I have ADD brain. But I figure it's unwatchable for other people. Yeah, they changed these. So this is mana regen. And they changed it to skill speed mana regen. 2% skill speed, bro? That's not it, dude. 2%? Just make it 3. And then I wanna see these nodes. Because I wanna do armor ES stuff for like campaign. Not on Smith the Katava, but I'm talking about just like its minions. Because I think pure ES is terrible until like level 50.
classic spell.
1616. Huh. So this is 25, 25, 12, 12. Because you could easily convince yourself to go here and then just be like, no, you know, I'm just going to wander over here. Maybe there's some stuff over here that we could take as minion. These are gone. Well, no, that's not true. As if you're a druid, they're gone. If you're a minion build, these probably are still the same. But these are pretty bad. And then you get a minion armor ES here. I'm assuming these are gone. Not bad. 16, 16, and then you have a will here. That's enough armor to like get through the campaign at least. And then you can start slowly working to ES. And then Briar Skin, or was it no, not the fucking, I don't know, the armor ES thing he showed. That could work actually.
Caster builds using Act 1 weapons into endgame, right? But bear with.
Wait, what was that? Chance to shapeshift? Is PWDB already updated? Can I just go look?
Stuff. Classic spell cast.
Alright,
builds using Act 1.
Oh. Skill speed and crit chance. Crit chance? Do I want to do bear crit? Not really.
Weapons into endgame, right? But bear with me though, as I do get myself a physical spell staff kind of soon. It takes me a little while, but I get it eventually. In the meantime, I do grab Oil Barrage for the Wyvern, which exposes and slows enemies just like Oil Grenade. But we'll come back to this skill a bit later, as it's got a pretty fun empowered inversion that I test later on. So my lower DPS from gear and underlevel gems and missing passives and all that caused me to have a bit of mana issues with this playstyle here. That's not untypical for things like this, and it was made much worse by my questionable choice to use overabundance on everything, doubling the cast that I needed to do on my, you know, lacking DPS. I'm happy to say that this was a problem that solved itself after I got a couple of upgrades, since it was mostly just the fact that I was missing a lot of damage ultimately. Despite my waning DPS at this point, Zakotal went pretty smoothly, and this playstyle is just pretty comfy overall. You know, sustained AoE spell styles often are. It's interesting how different it is from the other playstyles I've messed with on the Druid, though. Like, it's such a varied class.
To be fair, it's really not that bad. If what he's saying is true, and he doesn't have like a good spellcasting weapon, this is actually not that bad. It's not fast or terrible. You know, it's just not terrible. So I'm sure somebody out there's gonna be like, I want to water my plants.
I'm not ready yet. Ababao don't give anything for free, do they?
So I finally managed to get myself that proper staff, getting a Fizz Spell Gems one with some nice Fizz Spell damage too. And
What the
I didn't do the
fuck
math on my
is
crafting
that?
choice, so I don't want to hear about it. Don't worry about it. Either way, this thing made a huge difference from my old piece of garbage that I had that had like 50% fire damage or something on it. And I got it just in time to go through the often aggravating Trial of Chaos, and I'm super happy with how smoothly it went. Slows, pins, range, sustained spell damage, it all worked really nicely for most of the encounters here, and at this point with the upgrade, the damage was enough to move through, even through the escort quests pretty comfortably. I actually had one of the comfiest Nightmare Bird kills too. This thing is an absolute menace so often. I was really happy I didn't have to like rerun it just because like it went perfectly first time. Circle around, dump everything on the giant boss, perfect.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't do this Ascendancy run until like level 40 something. I never do it in like the 30s. I genuinely don't know if this is good damage or like mid damage. I'm assuming this is just mid. For all I know, though, it could be good.
Do not get so conceited.
You're flying days are over, friend.
So this let me unlock the Bringer of the Apocalypse node, which I test a little bit later on, as I was still testing the Planty Druid on my new stuff. I just got the stuff, let me have a chance with that.
It's okay.
I'm still under leveled and missing passives, and this cheeky lady here likes to roll out of my AoEs, so that took a little while, but overall, like, once I got it online, the plant druid, the water my plants druid felt very comfortable and very fun. Enjoy watering your plants at launch, guys.
It's actually not bad.
So next up, I wanted to mess around a bit more.
Okay. What was that? Don't tell the nature druids it's a meme build. Don't worry, they can't read.
Next up, I wanted to mess around a bit more with Wyvern and also test Apocalypse, the uber skill from the Shaman. We'll get to Apocalypse in a moment. First, I wanted to return to the Oil Barrage skill.
Oh boy.
What's normally a utility skill here becomes a pretty hilarious lightning single target barrage when powered with a power charge. So it spends a power charge if you have one to make the barrage much longer.
He's rolling magma ing.
And if you have 3 charges, you can just like hold the button down for one long mega barrage. With Devour, you can very easily, you know, generate 3 power charges.
Oh, I'm rolling my
I was actually able to
magma.
use this and the melee lightning form a bit more comfortably here. Indeed, like the combination now of having Devour, Wing Blast, and Oil Barrage made Wyvern feel a bit more well-rounded, but is still definitely the more complicated one to play here. That lightning barrage is just absolutely hilarious. I will not be surprised if we see some sort of like boss barrage deletion endgame build here. I don't know if you can really call it a one-shot when it's a barrage like that, but you know. I expect to see something disgusting with this. That's if, you know, people figure out some easy way to get those first power charges at least.
Wild savior. You've lost your ruddy mind.
Wyvern looks so bad. I mean,
So I didn't get a chance to
I
barrage
fucking
a
love
boss.
dragons, and I just-
get silly died before I could stun them. So
this is the last build I'm
good problem
playing.
to have, I
think.
guess. I was
What,
surprised
for
just that
druid
I was
stuff.
doing okay damage just off the back of like basic kind of Wyvern
like-
gameplay here, not really doing anything fancy.
I feel like I just need a lot of money. just bro, I'm gonna throw money at the problem and hope it's good. They said there was good unique talismans, so I'm hoping that saves it, but it definitely needs
And
some
finally,
buffs or
let's take a
something.
look at Apocalypse now. I didn't
150 glory, 12-second duration. Build glory by hitting enemies with elemental damage. Just elemental damage, so attacks or spells. Okay.
really have any supports for this skill, so this is just pure vanilla Apocalypse.
Ziggy, come on. We gotta go evasion or we gotta go armor. What are we doing here? Come on. Let's get the armor up. We can't be dying in Act 3.
But it's pretty strong right away, and it seems usable pretty often too. Apocalypse is a glory skill, with glory for this being gained by hitting enemies with elemental damage. So obviously just doing that constantly, especially with like the sustained spells, just constantly ticking that up at max rate. So it's easy enough with the added random elemental damage on the node that you get before it as well, so it's going to happen regardless of your build.
He's rolling my magma. Let's go. Oh.
on, foul creature!
Using the skill
Meteors are a little slow.
causes a long duration where you passively rain down meteors, hailstorms, and lightning crashes randomly around you. It's duration based as well, so, you know, there's room to make it last longer too if you want. What can I say? Skills like this are really fun. Expected to struggle a lot on the Viper boss. She's tiny, she's dangerous, she moves around a lot.
It's auto-aiming. That's good.
Doing this on Wyvern, I was like groaning, walking up to it, but it was okay. Apocalypse and some range spam from Wyvern form handled it fairly well. Even if it wasn't super quickly, it went okay.
Bro, am I about to meteor my meteors? I feel like... Ah, damn it. It's a shaman only skill though. I'm gonna have to just hope that Walking Calamity works the same. Because I don't want to do shaman. I just don't think shaman's gonna be tanky enough. Ah, it looks really cool though. Maybe for like werewolf or something. No, it doesn't look bad, but it seems to have a lot of channeling skills. Yeah.
I'm coping.
It looks like its two biggest damaging skills are jumping in the air and channeling, and then holding the oil barrage and channeling, which... I mean, this fight was completely carried by the
So I had a brief
Apocalypse.
moment to
It wasn't
play with
even by the
Tornado,
Wyvern.
a physical duration spell I mentioned earlier. It can suck up elemental ground to empower itself. The only problem is that it's surprisingly hard to do that on the druid's basic skill set, at least. So there's the oil barrage is the only way that I really know of by default, and you can ignite that. But it's a little difficult to do, and it leaves
the- did the
oil
tornado
ground
just
if it's
teleport?
the non-empowered version. So if you have a power charge and you try to put oil ground down, it will just use the lightning version instead. So that's kind of funny. So I am sure that there's like some easy spells you can pinch from the elemental tree, or like
What? Oh,
and it
let me... I need to read
just
this
the only way that
ability
I really
again.
know of by
Is this supposed to do
default.
damage?
And you can ignite that, but it's a little
Hold on.
Is-
Where does he hover over it? He doesn't... Does he not hover over it? Am I tripping? Well, either way... It doesn't
powered
do
version. So
any
if you have a power
damage.
charge and you try to put oil ground down, it will just use the lightning version instead. So that's kind of funny.
He did? Okay, I'll just go back further.
Wasn't super quickly. It went okay. I'm coping.
Viper wasn't bad though, honestly. I've done worse damage on minion runs than he did here. So even though I think Wyvern looks kind of dog shit, so yeah. Okay, there it is. Fizz AoE duration wind. Oh, it's probably combining with the other wind thing, right? They added more wind stuff. So they probably intended it for it to be used with that. Fizz damage per second. Spell damage applied to the debuffs damage over time. Oh, it's damage over time. So it's not a... It's not a hit. It's just a dot. Overlaps an elemental ground surface. It absorbs that. Applies it to enemies inside the tornado. Causes the tornado to deal extra damage of that element. Okay. Huh. I mean, it sounds cool, but the AI looks completely broken, so... I don't know what the hell's up with that.
So I am sure
Like,
that
what
there's, like, some easy
like, what
spells
are
you
we-
can pinch from
what
the
are we
elemental
doing
tree,
here?
or, like support
Hello?
to generate
Help?
ground to empower the tornado. And in the end, it's a fizz
boy.
spell that you can couple in with the plant. Rainy druids, you know, tornadoes are something you can add into your storms, I suppose, for a bit of extra sustained area damage there. And you can also work it into your elemental
What
builds
the
with
fuck?
that ground empowerment.
Okay, that thing needs to be
Another
buffed.
sustained spell you can throw
I'm
down
assuming
for
it's
shapeshifting
buffed or
too.
something like that, because
There's a
that
lot
thing
of
is
them at this point.
unusable. It don't do nothing.
Sadly, that is all I managed to do in my brief visit to the Grinding Gear Game Studio this time. It's probably for the best, though, as I do need to rest and look after my family.
Oh, we're done.
Thanks for all the well wishes.
Oh, okay. Huh. I mean, what did I learn from this? Bear's OP. Bear was so OP that he didn't even play it. And then Werewolf... I mean, honestly, Werewolf looks pretty nuts. I don't think it's bad at all. Yeah, I don't think it looks bad at all. Alright. I have coffee that I've left in the kitchen for half an hour, so I'll go get that, and then... I think I'll just do a fresh run. I did a run last night, but it was kind of scuffed because I was so tired, but I think I can do a better run. And do a proper Act 1 practice. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay. And then I know I messed my filter up. Let me just figure out which one I'm supposed to be using. Okay, it was this one. So no, it's this one. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to be using this one. All right. All right. I think I'm just gonna do a proper Act 1 run, Act 2, and then I know nobody really has Minion like guides, so I figure well, not guides, but I'm just gonna do a campaign run and probably chop it up and just upload it because I know there's some people out there who just would like to see a proper Minion run, and so I figure I may as well do that. And I fucked up last night.
Who goes there?
I need
Take your time.
Let me get rid of the gold.
Speak up.
Alright. That's pretty much it.
Foul witch! Your very own. What?
Okay. Alright, set everything up. Make sure this is set up right.
I will not join the dead today.
Okay.
By the first ones. You're glad the
Alright, ideally we do this deathless. If I do die, I'll probably just keep going because we only have one more day to practice.
breach clear fell.
But Act 1 and 2 I have unlocked. Act 3 I'd say I have unlocked too. I don't really do Act 4 because usually by the time I reach Act 4 I'm like,
I'm going to like it here.
bro, I don't want to go through the boats. And then the interlude, I kind of feel like the interlude is kind of a
This
joke.
oozes darkness. I welcome it.
Alright, this is pretty straightforward. Honestly, you could just auto attack.
The miller, I presume.
Dodge. Throw these out there. It doesn't even do anything, it's just for AoE clear. It's so bad.
My first taste of true power. Impressive size, but little.
Alright, one time, movement speed. Oh! And armor evasion. Yo, sometimes lucky.
I'm Smith. There's a beast that, but now if you could channel
Take a look.
A kind leader. Hopefully he survives.
I like Skeletal Sniper, but do you need Contagion? It's kind of a toss-up which one you want to go for. I like Skeletal Sniper, and then Contagion, and then I think you do Devour to get Flame Wall. I think that's kind of what I've settled on. And then that. You find either Devour entrance or this one, and then I know where to go. And then so she's here. Get rid of the random minions following us. It makes it really annoying to fight her.
Invader.
Poison Cloud. Just does some damage, it's really not that good.
Feed. Swell. I am the apex.
Try to get some unearth minions.
Estelle.
Not having last gasp is what makes the skeleton archer so unreliable against bosses though. Once you have last gasp, or was it gasp or grasp? They become more reliable. Alright. And then go find Devour. Devour is always the opposite side of wherever she spawned. I didn't do the gem respawn trick.
Darkness.
I definitely could have,
Wouldn't have it any
but
other way.
it's fine. Don't really need it. Oh. And these are a couple magic mobs. These always respawn right here. So if you want to get a quick level, or maybe see if you get a little bit of loot. And they're not dropping me anything though. Excuse me, coming through. Stay in melee range. Staying in melee range just makes the bosses way easier. The only thing annoying about this guy is his tail thingy sometimes spawns on top of himself, and then it's you just randomly take damage. See, look at that. Put the gas cloud down and he's gone. It's like, what the hell? Just roll behind him. Same thing.
The tail. Rise.
No, I used Unearth. Dude, can you stop teleporting as I'm using my gas cloud? I keep clicking on him instead of the little minions. I'm trying to contagion the little shitheads, but he's too big.
Death.
Fucking thick boy.
Power. The raven
Alright, gold.
always outsmarts the worm.
And then I can get flame wall from here, and then we can start detonating it on top of rares or bosses.
Well, I fear this lens. I've collected these over time.
+1.
What do you think?
Oh, there's +1, but I don't have the money for it. 147.
It's beautiful. I accept.
We barely make gold off of that. Barely make gold off of that. We barely make money off of that.
Oh, I like this one.
Just enough to get it though. +1 chaos or +1 minions would be ideal.
Cute girl. Surprised she lived.
Alright, take the checkpoint, skip this, and go to Grillwood. And then I'm kind of weird with this. I find just skipping this zone and going straight, like coming back and doing this lady later is better. She drops a guaranteed support gem, but if you fight her right now, you're going to do kind of like low damage. If you come back and kill her with Essence Drain, you can just like two-shot her. So what I like to do is go straight to the red veil, so it's in the bottom right. Because red veil's on the bottom right, the tree is probably on the top left, so then when I come back through here, I'll just go up left, and I'll be able to find everything. And
Blood.
skip all these mobs. Find a big surface area one, like this one. This one's pretty good surface area. Gas cloud, contagion, kill all the mobs, spreads through. And then right before the last ones die, respawn, and I do this until I'm about like level 5.5 or so. And this just makes it easy, because minions are really rough early on. If you're a warrior, you could probably just skip this. Same thing with crossbows, you can just run through. But with minions, you need Essence Drain. Otherwise, the next zones after this, the druid area, is awful. It's actually just disgustingly bad. And so if I actually want to kill the druid, I need to be level 6 by the time I enter there. So I found that this is just the easiest way to do it. It's definitely not the speedrun way to do it, but it's the safest and easiest to do it. And just spamming dodge roll, you probably shouldn't get hit by anything. Do that. Didn't spawn that many this time. The only thing I try to do is to stand on top of them as they die, so if they do drop anything, I can pick it up before respawning. Alright, level 5. We can do the next one now. If it's a really big pack of mobs like this, then it's not that bad. So just do one gas cloud contagion and then I'll kill all of them. Oh, that's why. I'm assuming the last one's on the right side. Not quite there. I want a little bit more, like level 5 and like 80%. That's too low. Otherwise I'm gonna be stuck.
voice. He sounds like fun.
What the hell? I didn't know she said that.
Putrefy.
Alright, pretty straightforward. Gas cloud, flame wall, detonate, and you just auto attack them down. Dodge roll, stay in melee range. Pretty much stay in melee range with everything. He does that, same thing. Essence Drain, Contagion, a random mob. That'll spread it. And then when he's not using his giant AoE, you can unearth and that pretty much kills him. Especially around if you do it when he's about to be stunned like this. Fight's pretty much done. It's not that bad. It's definitely faster than like crossbows. But I do have a +1, so
Very loud.
not sure if the
very
damage is always going to be that reliable. Almost level 6, so I'll just do a couple packs here and then we're done. And at this point, the rest of Act 1 is pretty straightforward.
I can create better.
Alright, level 6. Let me go get that. Alright, go back to Grellwood. Then I go to town, check for a +1 chaos or spell damage, because we already have a +1 scepter. So that's good enough for now.
Yes, these are just some odds and ends of mine.
Oh wow. I mean I wouldn't be able to afford that anyway. It's 2,000. There's no way. Maybe there is a world if it's like True League start, I would maybe make an alt character and do the gold trick, and I would have to just get like 80 gems or whatever, but it'd take like 6 or 7 minutes to do it. But honestly, this thing's good enough to where I'd probably wear this until like level 40. I'm not gonna do it right now because it's just practice. But still, this is insane. On an actual League start, I'd probably do that.
I will treasure it.
+1 all doesn't work for minions. And any spell damage works here.
That one spoke to me as well. Goodbye.
Now this curious, I would ask. Anything take your fancy?
Any
True
minion
must bend to
stuff?
My
No.
will now.
Otherwise, we just take a good armor
That will
helmet,
keep you alive.
just transmute it. Why not?
Go well.
This Essence Drain. And then I like to do Chain as the first support. It makes it 10 times easier to cast. And so then Essence Drain, Contagion, Unearth, Flame Wall, and then Gas Arrow. And from this point, I have a complete setup. I can run this setup pretty much till...
Wither
Okay,
away.
don't get pushed by wolves, what the hell. But I can run this entire setup all the way till pretty much Act 1. Like, that's why I spend so much time on level 5. And we could kill the little guy down there, but it's just a support gem. I don't really need it. Should be right here. Yeah, this is here,
Well, well.
which means it's gonna be down there.
Adorns the tree of souls.
What happened here?
And then go back to the hut. Kill this lady.
A sister in the ground.
Gas cloud, flame wall.
Curious.
And just spam Essence Drink. You try to do this at level 2, it just wastes so much time. I just find it not to be worth it. And there we go, Grim Tangle. Ideally, we find the druid in here. If we don't find the druid, it's not the worst thing that could happen. We could skip it. But ideally, I'd like to find him. He drops a bunch of loot. Gives us some gold.
Goodbye.
Talk to her, and then instead of waiting for that, just do a respawn trick, and it skips the animation. I don't have level 2 skeletal snipers yet. I need dex for the next thing too. I need one more level before I can put in Swift Affliction. I really don't know how to path this place, because the zones here can get mirrored. I genuinely have no goddamn idea which way to go. But usually just running down seems to be the answer. Alright, cool. Found the druid. Gas cloud, flame wall. One thing I don't like about this guy is he teleports around a lot. So I put the gas cloud in the flame wall, and sometimes he'll teleport before it even explodes. See, it just exploded. And he teleports. Shit's done in there. Yeah, it's done. He's dead. Try to do this guy when you don't have Essence Drain. It's just not doable. I can't state enough how disgustingly awful minions are if you don't have Essence Drain. I think it should be... Nope, it's not down there. I feel like it's always down. Yeah, it is. I've never seen it spawn up, so I'm assuming it's always down here. Alright, this zone's pretty easy. With that sense train, just run through it. You don't have to think.
My family has been abducted.
Only thing I want to do is I want to find the ring no matter what, and ideally have a transmute for that. Okay, I'm frozen. Sick. That's 35 armor, that's 60 armor. So I'll just take the highest armor value. This is Consort. Consort has the guaranteed rare mob with the support gem. I do like doing that one because he's got a treasure chest behind him. And he gets me last grasp for the skeleton archers. Which you need against certain bosses later on, like the wolf and stuff like that. If you don't have last grasp, they'll just die. Brother, this guy's blocking me.
Another corpse to serve me.
Alright, back up, spawn him, put a gas cloud down, throw down a flame wall, and just spam on earth. Unfortunately, this doesn't guarantee drop anything, which kind of sucks.
Sorry, Finn makes fun of my collection, but I think it's charming.
I'm just looking for +1 chaos, but yeah, as usual, never lucky.
Oh, I like this one.
48 armor? Nah. Just take what I got.
How can I? What would you like?
86 armor and regen? Not bad. Armor evasion. Yeah, I'll just take
That'll
these.
keep you alive.
Armor is so important. And then save up for a belt for later. Ideally drop a belt, but it is what it is. Sometimes you just gotta buy it. Pick up the rare, stone charm, pick up all the blues.
Wither away.
I definitely need a +1 chaos at this point. Because my chaos damage is a little low. Might invest a little bit more into chaos damage. Normally I try to go for minion stuff, but might not be able to do that. Alright, so last cast, and then usually I like to do rapid attacks, but I don't have enough dex for that right now. Pretty straightforward. Stay in melee range, throw essence drains, recast flame wall. You can tell when she's gonna use her like big ult attack when she gets these souls that go into her. So once she gets those, she'll start to ramp up. His auto attack is down, right? Nothing wrong with that. Teleport, flame ult, she's dead. Not the fastest, not the slowest.
I hate to put down a sister witch.
Alright, I just need to find the ring and then save a transmute for the ring. And then that's it.
You should have served me.
Ooh, there's a belt. Not the worst either.
Drain.
Yeah, we can do it. We can do a chest.
Taking it.
I'm not trying to like speedrun necessarily, just trying not to go the slowest, but chests are usually worth doing. And you get one rare item. What the hell? I don't have a transmute right now, so I might just disenchant.
Yes. I've collected these
So,
over
like,
time. It's beautiful.
Sell the rares and then
I
just
accept.
disenchant the blues actually. Wow, I wish I could buy that. Cast speed. Oh, 40% chaos damage? Eh. 400 gold. I mean, it's debatable. I'm gonna hold off. I'd rather just have +1. Alright, and then we'll just disenchant this stuff. Not level 10 yet. These guys are, oh, he's chaos resistant. No wonder. Alright, Alright, we're level 8. There's no reason to stay in these zones anymore. I really just need to skip everything now. Iron Ring. Ugh, that's bad. Alright, so because I'm already level 8, there's no reason to
Dreadful Draven.
kill a bunch of these. If they're all lined up, then sure, I'll throw an Essence Strange Contagion. That's pretty much it though. Especially the rare mobs in this zone. They're pretty tanky, just like the other one, so. If I was desperate for gear, sure, but I have a +1 Scepter. We've got a spell damage wand. I'm not desperate for it. And then for armor, you're pretty much, realistically, you can just wear just white armor chest pieces and helmets and keep doing that until you finally find something good. And that's honestly good enough. You don't need more than that. I don't know the layouts for this place. Kind of just, I don't know, I'm just going by feel. Felt like it was over here. It was. Cool. Alright. And then Skeleton Sniper, Rapid Attacks.
Depraved witch. You
What a shield.
long for this world.
This guy pretty much just stay melee range.
The spirit's hunger.
Except for... Yeah, he clipped me. That's annoying.
I will end your meaningless life. Succumb to
This little thing in the center is actually really annoying.
cut down.
Because you want to roll and sometimes you get stuck inside of it.
Your soul is mine. Cut down.
But should be fine from here. Just roll behind him.
Rend your soul. I will end your meaningless life. Rend your soul. Perish.
Alright. Didn't get many gas cloud explosions. It is what it is. Oh,
Give it a
another ring.
rest.
The only thing that's not going well right now is I haven't found normal skill gems. Usually you'd find like a level 2 or a 3 if you're lucky. And then you upgrade the skeleton archers and they get better. But right now I haven't found one.
Sorry, these are just some odds and ends of mine.
Not really a good thing.
I will treasure it.
I'd need the helmet because it could be better than that. It's not. I'll just enchant the rest. Ring, 24 evasion. Man, that's not the worst. Not going that well. On the luck scale. Alright, open the gate, respawn, skip the animation. And this fight's gonna be a little slow because I don't have skeleton snipers higher than level 2 right now. So we're just essence draining, just running away in circles. That's literally it. This guy's kind of weird. On one hand, I want to be in melee range of him, but on the other hand, I find that you end up getting hit by a lot of the free stuff more. And that's the only way I'll die, is if I get like chilled and then he slams me. Like right here. It's like, that's impossible, and that he literally did the combo. So if I got chilled and he does that, it's like, how do I dodge that, you know?
Wither away!
Yeah, not the slowest, not the fastest. Could definitely be way faster if I actually got a sniper.
You're dreary.
But worst case scenario,
Over, old old man.
This solves it. And we need that for Crowbell and the big dude afterwards. For this zone, I like to find all the side stuff, so I just hug the outside corner. Because there's a guaranteed support gem drop on a rare, and the rare's not that tanky. Oh, this guy's gonna make my life miserable. Please leave me alone, dude.
Another corpse to serve me.
I can do Crowbell first, it's fine. We have enough damage to do it.
Squawk all you like.
Gas Cloud,
You'll be dead.
Flame Wall. Wow. Unlucky timing, it didn't explode. They definitely changed the timing on this. You used to be able to just put down the Flame Wall and then it would insta-ignite it, and it doesn't do it anymore.
Yes. Show me what you've got.
See, it ignites it so slow though. I don't know what the difference is. But yeah, this guy, you just stay in melee range. If you get hit by that first hit, honestly, I'd probably just respawn. Because I'm definitely gonna die. My archer died, and then the second gas cloud didn't detonate. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there.
We were just getting started.
Let me just go back and clear it. I'm gonna be honest, even if this Hexer's robe is good, I would probably just still sell it. I just think ES is completely useless at this point in the game. It's like I'd rather have 80 armor than like energy shield at all.
It's in my.
I want to check her wands because I leveled up. +1 lightning, that sucks. Yeah, this isn't even that bad, but I personally would never consider wearing it. Same thing with this one. It's not bad, but no. 31 armor. Yeah, I'll probably go for that. Then I'll just disenchant the rest.
How's the clear?
Look for Minion helmet. Yeah, 34 armor Minion helmet, okay. So we actually should have pretty good boss run then for this run. Alright, I'll transmute this then. Lightning res, not bad. Alright, I need strength, so I can wear that, and then I'm gonna go... I actually have +1 minion, so I'm gonna go for chaos damage first, and then minion damage. The only downside about +1 minion helmet is I don't plan on wearing it for that long. Unless I end up with some really good armor chest, I just don't think it's reliable to keep me alive. Unless I switch to a shield. But yeah. Had a great time last league with your minion builds. Looking forward to this league. Yeah, I don't have a minion league starter. Well, I mean, I guess I technically could put one up tomorrow morning, but it would be such a scuffed league starter that I'm like, is it worth putting out? I would just be repeating everything about the Lich build. So I was like, I don't know. I would just be repeating myself. Kind of felt weird to do. But I will just put this run up as like a guide, just in case people want to level as minions. It also serves as for the future, because I imagine there's not much going to change in the next like patch necessarily. So in the future, it could be useful.
There's an immensely disturbing
Alright,
energy.
this lone's just level 11, so ideally get one level here, but this place is pretty rough. I definitely have enough damage, should have no problems, but for density, you know, it's just like,
I will feast on your
not a big fan
soul.
of this place. But I'm pretty much just trying to stay one level under the zone. You can kind of get into this habit of just being like, you know what, I'm strong, and you just skip everything, and then you end up 3 levels down when you hit Act 2. Because Act 2 goes from level 18 to like 24 really fast. Pretty sure it's not down here, this doesn't look right. Oh, no. When you're wrong, you're wrong. I definitely think the cultist archers are going to be really busted this league. Could have respawned there. I felt like I was okay. Probably should have.
Don't whisper at me from the dark. I am the
Oh,
shadows.
cool. Alright, so I can find out where they are from this thing.
Ah, so this is where the
Alright,
darkness
so
is hiding.
it's pointing this way, so it's both to the right. Yeah. Damn, how did I walk all the way around it? Oh, this game.
Inspiration and improvement.
And then the other one was, I think, like right here. So it could be either here or up there. I'd like to find another gem to level up my contagion. Probably do on Earth here.
Be gone.
We have a +1 helmet. There's no reason to have that. I thought it would be right. Oh, it is right here.
A beautiful murder.
Where's my damage at?
Emerge.
Alright, respawn, kill the boss. This boss is pretty easy. I find when I was doing like warrior practice, this guy was awful. I hated it. But with minions, it's actually really easy. We'll do chaos. And then we'll do minions after. I don't know why this happens sometimes. It seems like you end up with some seeds that spawn like 80 of these guys, and I don't know why. But yeah, gas cloud, fire. I mean, just spam essence drain. You don't need to do anything else anymore. Definitely on the lucky side in terms of loot. Last run I did wasn't good. This one we got double +1. We don't have a great essence drain weapon, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think that one-shots you. I've never took the hit from it, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't kill me. Alright, there we go. Got the gas cloud. One thing that's really annoying about this fight is if you don't run chain on essence drain, then those little totems he spawns will stay alive, and those are actually like eventually kill you if you don't kill them. That's why I leave essence drain on chain. You could take it off against bosses and do a little bit more damage, but I find it's just way easier to just be lazy and not do it. Oh, that's a rare item. But I'll take the transmute. I don't want to waste an augment on these, but
Hello. I like to
let's
hold
see.
on to bits and pieces. Any that catch your eye?
Wait, what? Last time I came, wait, huh? I'm pretty sure last time I looked, this was gone, wasn't it? I almost go back and look. I could have swore this was gone the last time I looked, but maybe not. Either way, I actually have enough gold to buy it. I thought it was gone, so I wasn't gonna do that, but yeah, okay. I can just wear this forever. Alright, sell this, take this, have an exalt. Regen, okay. Yeah, wow. I definitely out of gold now though, so.
I will treasure it.
12 decks, that's pretty good. +1, no +1.
Bye.
7 Raging Spirit. Fire attunement. Increase the amount of skeletal snipers because we have enough. Wow, this is a crazy run. I can wear this scepter for like, I mean, I can wear it all the way till Act 4, to be honest. The only thing I would replace this with is if I found a +2 scepter, and I've only ever found one of those when I was doing my practice runs. Did I find those in farmlands? I did. I guess we're done here. I'm trying to think. I feel like this was a really small zone. I guess it was all because it was all up there. That was a pretty small one. Alright, for this zone, the boss is going to be really easy. Or not this zone, but the next one, I mean. So I don't really need to do anything. Just kill some mobs, get 1 level. Una's place is always directly down from the waypoint, from whichever direction. So I just run in a straight line, and you'll find it.
I will feast on your soul.
At this point, I just need a +1 wand, and we're in really good shape. It's a blue pack. This is going to give me the XP I need. And then we're done. Now we can skip. There is a rare mob in this zone. The only thing I'm missing right now in levels, though, is probably Contagion. Brother.
Death, take you.
Man, this run is going a bit too well.
The girls loot. But dear me, what a desperately boring home.
I'm not sure which way it is. I usually just pick a direction and I just see if it's there. Okay, here's the crop circle, but I don't know if this means that the zone is up here or not. I think it's in the bottom right. Yeah, there we go. Level 4. Could do skeleton snipers, but I'm gonna do contagion here. I think I have more than enough damage right now. And then for the level 5 gem, I'll use the skeleton archers. It's not here. Where? guess it has to be up here. I thought this was a dead end though. Look, I walked away from a transmute too. What the hell am I doing? Oh, that's why. It's because it's right there. I'm gonna skip the blacksmith. Our gear is actually insane right now. Holy shit, it's waffles from video games. Coming out of retirement. Because PoE 1 was not that exciting.
Even the darkest corner is ablaze. How festive.
Alright, look for the blacksmith chest. I want the guaranteed rune. And then we'll go straight to the boss. And then we're done with Act 1. Pretty straightforward. This could be really big. Ow, 45 armor though. And it sucks. I would like to get a better chest piece, but it is what it is. We're gonna get a new one in Act 2 anyway, so I'm not really too worried about it, but I'm out of gold because I bought that scepter. So because I'm out of gold, I'm kind of like hoping we get a better chest piece right now. Oh, fuck. Next zone has a lot of density, so that's kind of why I'm like, I'll just skip this zone. This zone's not that great in density. You end up with a lot of these little shits. Bruh, he sniped me in the back of my dome. What the hell?
Drain.
Like an asshole? Alright, this boss is gonna be brain dead easy. Try to prep the SRS. Rip that guy.
My would-be executioner.
And just spam that. Same thing as all the other bosses. Stay in melee range. The only thing that sucks about this is that the trash mobs can become really annoying. They are. Damage is way too high right now. Damn. Compare that to like my yesterday's run where I got no +1s.
And so, who is
It's not
the
even
true
close.
master of death?
+10. A little bit more armor. I need strength though.
But the manor must be near.
I think I'm gonna go here, so we'll do that, and then I can put this on. Like this, we'll use that for skeleton archers. For the last time,
She'll start playing songs.
Beautiful.
Let's get out of here.
pray that she gives me that's fine. Pray that she gives me a +1 chaos. If not, oh, there we go. Big.
That one spoke to me
Wow,
as well.
this is like the run. Oh, I can't afford that. That sucks. I would really want that.
Bye.
I always take armor here,
Here's what I got.
and then just a white armor chest piece, maybe. Yeah, the Iron Curious, that's what I need right now, but I'm broke. Suffering from success. Hopefully I can get enough gold real quick. Maybe go buy that. Otherwise, I'm like 20% worried that I might die to the wolf guy. I need 1 level in this zone.
Another corpse to serve me.
Mostly just looking for a chest piece right now on the ground. One thing that sucks is I don't have the chest, or not the chest pieces, the items like memorized. To be honest, I don't even have that memorized in PoE 1 though, so that's just not something I've ever really paid attention to. But I know right now at the very least I need an Iron Curious, or Curious? I can't believe how bad I am with names. You'd think, oh, it's maybe just you. No, my dad is just as bad with names. I got it from him. But my mom's amazing with names, so it just don't work. Like me and my dad, when we talk football, I was trying to remember, remember 82 for that team? It's like, yeah. We know who we're talking about, we don't know his name though. Conversation between two dementia patients. Gotta respawn, stuck inside of him. That sucks, that would have been a good pack too. Lost the 50-50. That's a fucked up way to put it. Do AoE. You're not wrong though. Mostly on autopilot from this point on. I'm trying to keep it a little bit more explaining what I'm doing, because honestly I could just sit here and yap about Druid for 5 hours straight, but I want to upload this tomorrow morning just as like a generic minion guide for the one guy who needs it. But I'll probably cut up at least a little bit of it, the useless parts.
Here I come.
But it's still probably gonna end up being like 4 hours long. I gotta respawn. That's what I mean about not having an armor chest. If I had the armor chest right now, I would be able to just ignore them. But because I'm missing some armor right now, taking some slightly bigger hits than I want. But I also need 2 levels. I mean, I don't really need them. We're strong enough I can just go through. So I either get EXP in this zone or the next zone. The next zone's pretty good for EXP. You can do a couple respawn checkpoints and just grind it out.
He's even more insane than when we last met.
I never learned the guaranteed spawn for this guy because I found him on level 3. But most of the time I feel like he's on the first floor. Yeah, he wasn't on this floor. I'm not really sure about the pattern for him. Because it's one of those things where it's like I sometimes will look for him on the first floor and he's not there. New run I see? Yeah. I'm gonna probably just upload this when I'm done with the run, like tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna be a little bit more focused on what I'm doing. No experimentation, just gonna do the tried and true and go from there. Yesterday was just, oh there it is, Iron Curious. I need that. Give me that. He's always on the first floor? See, that's so fucking weird. Because I swear, I feel like I found him on the second floor before. Either that or the first floor layout was so big that I just got confused. Definitely possible. Half the time I was doing practice runs, I was watching fucking football games or something. For the record though, this run is insane in terms of luck. I'd really like to not die. It really puts in perspective how terrible my run yesterday was. Alright. We got absolutely terrible luck, but whatever. An extra 30 armor is an extra 30 armor. If he's always on the first floor, then... I'll do the skip. always confirmed in the wiki now? Alright, well. Let me go find him then. Oh yeah, yeah, it's right here. I didn't think he'd be right there. Hey, when you write, you write. The more you know.
Suffer and die.
Yeah, I'm assuming it just, it must just be the fact that I'm just not paying attention at all when I'm doing these fucking practice runs. Honestly, I'm surprised I even finished as many runs as I did, considering how much I was zoned out. I did lose a couple runs though, because at the very end I wasn't looking, and I was just like walking into a room and I'm like, huh, I died? What happened? Alright, this fight's pretty straightforward. My gear's so good that I'm not even level 15, but we should be fine. There's really nothing to put here.
I'll remove your head myself.
Gas wall, stay in melee range, and just go in circles, honestly. That's pretty much it. You kind of want him to stand still anyway. Ow. That was fun. See how I got, he like swung, but he clipped me even though he wasn't looking at me? Yeah, that can happen. If I didn't have the armor chest, there's a world I may have died there. I'm just sprinting right away from him. Music slaps in this song. It's actually insane. Honestly, probably the best boss too. Wow. I can't believe he almost one-shot me. I know I don't have cold res, but Jesus. Go to the opposite side. Throw a gas cloud. Rolled into that one. Gas cloud. Dude, he might one-shot me if he crits me. I'm gonna have to lock in for a second here. Alright, he's dead. That's the best attack he could do, the one where he winds up. I mean, I have no cold res. Well, I have 18 cold res. That's crazy. Look at armor, 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 armor. I have all these armor nodes. And I have 18 cold res isn't the worst. I can't believe he almost one-shot me though. But yeah. Anyway.
Oriana used it against me.
Taken the beast.
I found messages.
I don't remember how this works. Can you do the slash respawn? Or do you take the elevator? I think you go back to town and then you take the checkpoint, right? But anyway, while he's yapping, you can go back and do the candle fight. And skip the animation, then go back and get the loot. I think you go back to town there.
First one, first one.
What a delightfully
But I don't want to respawn zone.
We must make haste. Let us return to Clearfell to make our
This boss is pretty easy. Stay in melee range, roll. We'll stun him here in a second. Spam gas cloud. He was kind of against the wall right there, so I didn't want to try to go behind him because I felt like I might have got clipped. Alright, and then go back and he should be dead. Did you see the hardcore shield bash only challenge run somebody did? Shield bash plus the perfect block timing bonus for race shield. Educational video info, it's blockable, not spike indicators. I haven't seen that. But I will say, you'd be surprised by what's blockable, because I was doing a... Spoilers. I'm gonna do it probably in like 3 weeks when I do my 0 to heroes. I have like 4 that I'm gonna do that are completely stupid, but I completed Act 1 with raised shield only. Unironically. That's the challenge. It took me like a long time to finally get there, but I was doing Thorns raised shield only until Thorns got online, but Thorns don't get online until like level 25. So I was doing raised shield all the way until Act 2 because I'm stupid and I thought it was doable, so I did that. That character's still alive right now, actually. I just couldn't finish the run, so I was like, alright, I'll save it for next week. But yeah, you can actually, I'm not gonna lie, just using raised shield on warrior, you can stun so many bosses out of their attacks that you can pretty much just take like no damage. It's actually insane. Like if I wanted to do a hardcore warrior, my personal opinion, I would just use a one-hander and a shield if I never wanted to die. If I was just like never die, I would just use raised shield and a mace. Because you can block everything from the bosses, and you can, when you shield bash them, you can knock them out of all their attacks. And that's honestly the only reason I was able to get as far as I did, is because I was like, dude, I'm chilling. I would like to watch that though. I'll probably watch that maybe tomorrow or something when I'm just chilling. I'll just render this. I don't have enough gold for that.
Go.
But yeah, pretty cool. I run exactly that. No skills or skill gems other than raise shield allow all the way to Act 3. Yeah, I did that. I added in Thorns because I wanted to make the challenge. The challenge, I didn't finish the challenge, but the challenge is I wanted to kill like a boss, and I don't think you can do that with raise shield only. Unless you allow yourself to use things like shield wall. But that's a different challenge. That's shield only all the way through. So I wanted to do Thorns. So I was slowly working on Thorns damage. I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't that good until like level 40. Then Thorns became good. It was really fun though. But yeah, I spent like 50 hours doing that. It was like 3 weeks ago. I was hoping to try to finish it, but I'm not gonna lie, I died like 5 times. And then eventually I personally finally started figuring it out, you know? But God, it's... There's that. I also want to do an unarmed monk one down the road. Like unarmed from level 1 all the way up. For example, Hollow Palm got nerfed, so I want to use it now because people are going to be like, it's nerfed. And I'm like, exactly. It's the perfect time to do some stupid shit. And then for Druid, I want to do a 0 to Hero 2. But, I mean, the first character is a 0 to Hero, you know what I mean? So I'm going to edit that like a normal 0 to Hero, like I normally do, like a full length one. And I'm gonna focus on making them more like 45 minutes to an hour long. It's not gonna be just a playthrough, obviously. It's gonna be heavily edited, but it's gonna be more of a full journey. Whereas even if I die, I'll include those parts too. But yeah, that's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of what I want to do for PoE 2 right now, because the end game didn't change, right? So my logic is, once we're done with the Druid stuff, what else do we have to do? The end game is the same, right? The temples are cool. Outside of fighting Aziri though, not really a new challenge. So that could be the challenge for a lot of my runs, is trying to kill Aziri. That would be fun. And then for PoE 1, I was doing a Herald 0 to Hero, but like I said, I just was bored of PoE 1, so I didn't finish it. I feel like for PoE 1, just doing hardcore isn't even enough for me to be entertained, because I just played the game so much. Level 15. Alright, so this guy, I'm not gonna lie, my armor should be good in theory. But after my last boss fight, I'm a little worried. So, go melee range, go behind him. Wait for him to charge, then shoot the gas clouds. Yeah, and then you die. I'm gonna keep doing the run because this is still gonna be educational and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, yeah, you get hit by the slam, you die. I'm gonna be honest, kind of surprised that I died though. Usually you can tank those, but yeah, armor, 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 and it wasn't enough to survive.
Quickly.
Genuinely surprised, but it is what it is. I had a feeling I was probably gonna die. I needed a better chest piece, and this is all I ended up getting. But yeah, with the league being tomorrow, there's no point in me starting all over again and stuff. I kind of figured I was probably going to die on this character if I didn't get just a little bit better luck. But it is what it is. It's kind of like, it's funny. Yesterday, I feel like I had good armor chest pieces, but no damage. And then today, I feel like I have a ton of damage, but no defenses. Can't have both. The disenchant chest feel. I mean, I have 5 transmutes. I was doing I didn't do a lot of it though. I think I. Oh, I know what happened. So I was planning on disenchanting. And then this scepter was there, 40 spirit plus 1, and it was 2,500 gold. So I stopped disenchanting because I needed gold. And then I ended up broke. Suffering from success. That's also why I didn't have a good armor chest, is because I couldn't look at the vendors because I had no money. So it's like, well, like I said, if this was actual League Start, I probably would have just farmed this zone until like level 16 and a half, and I finally got a good chest piece, but for the sake of time, I'm kind of just doing the bare minimum right now. And also why I don't like doing speedrunning is because when you're doing speedrunning, if you die, because it's all about pushing the limit, right? Like, because it doesn't matter. It's like half the runs you'll probably die in a speedrun, and then when you die, you just restart the run. And the campaign is so long that I just didn't enjoy doing it. Last league I was enjoying it a little bit, but now that they've added the interlude, I was kind of like, bruh, this is too long for me. See, look at that. I think he crit me. Because I tanked that hit right there. So he might have crit me, and that's why I died.
Ambush. So many corpses, so little time.
That's more realistic. I think he might have crit me there. Because I was full HP. Because I dodged the first 2 slams. Or maybe not. And we have a +1, right? I need a Regal Orb. Is what I need. No movement speed. Alright, talk to this chick and try to get a bit of chest.
Thank you.
Who goes there? I only hope. No need to rush.
Pure evasion. This is what we want, is the Raider plates. Raider plates are a big jump. That one's not that good though. Yeah. I'll buy it.
And survive.
Why not? Yeah, 140 armor. That'll be good enough to get through the campaign. Well, not the campaign, but this act. Hopefully find a better one though. I'm not sure if I'm going to do shield. Usually when I was doing these runs, I wouldn't switch to shield until Act 3, so I'll probably do that.
With the trail for I am second. Move swiftly.
Man, we're already almost caught up to where I was last time. That was probably like a 50-minute Act 1, something like that. 50-something. A little bit slower than normal, but it is what it is.
Seems the Farad'n have been up to no good in the hills of Morden.
Maybe want to highlight better on your filter. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. This filter is super scuffed. Yeah, you're not wrong. I usually do all my filter stuff before League start, though, because there's that, like, hour where we have nothing to do, and so I'll probably do it then. Because I need to manually go through, and I want to highlight the bases, and I want to turn off the bases after a certain level. And right now it kind of just highlights everything. Definitely not correct. I'm gonna get an extra level here. Take this, and then start pathing to the minion stuff. I'm gonna be a little awkward on attributes, but it is what it is.
Well, well. It appears a sort of necromancy took place here. Another corpse to serve me.
Not a couple. Another Raider plate. I'm saving my transmutes a little bit more this time. Alright, level 17, caught up. Now we can kind of just get to the zone. Whoa, body burn. Is that a HP? Yeah, it is. Huh. If I can get a good chest or something, I can actually just use that. Strength. Raider plate. Do you plan to go Volgards in Act 3? No. I find just going Skeleton Archers and SRS is fine. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I find going Spectres, you end up more reliant on Spirit. And for single target, you just end up using Skeleton Archers with Gas Cloud anyway, because it's just big damage. So I'm going to use SRS, Skeleton Archers, and then Unearth to get through the campaign. But Volgards are fine. Seems smoothest in late mapping. It really just depends. Do you care about visual clarity? If you really, like, you don't want your screen to be covered in absolute just disgusting stuff, I think Skeleton Archers are really good.
Now this looks interesting.
FPS stuff, yeah. Skeleton Archers then. Skeleton Archers are completely fine. They can get you all the way to tier 15 maps. Like, I'm doing Skeleton Archers from, you know, this point all the way to the end of the game. But the only thing about Skeleton Archers is if you wanted to do like the uber bosses, you know, like the absolute hardest stuff in the game, that's where they start to struggle. Everything before then, though, they can handle with no problems. Yo, Chaos Orb. But the best Spectre in the game right now is going to be Powered Zealots, for the record. They did buff Volgards. Their clarity issues may not be as bad. They got rid of the oil stuff, but I still think it's not going to be great because fire in this game destroys your FPS anyway. So you can try them. They might be better. Ow. Would you recommend to get as far in the endgame as possible? Just pure minions? Powered zealots. They did buff cultist archers. I don't want to sell you on something that's like not 100%, but I believe cultist archers will probably be the new best spectre in the game. They have really good clear and single target. They were just a little... They have a cooldown issue. But they buffed their cooldown. So if they buff their cooldown by like 30%, they're probably going to be the new best spectre in the game. That's my prediction. But as of right now, I think Powered Zealot's the best spectre. They'll kill everything in the game. Their clear is fine. The only problem with Powered Zealots is if this zone, actually this section right here is a really good example. If you're running Powered Zealots, they could get stuck right here, and when they're casting their little sparks, they'll get stuck and they won't kill anything, and then you'll die. That's the one thing about Powered Zealots that really fucking sucks. It's so frustrating. On top of the visual clarity, your entire screen being covered in lightning balls. But they're really strong. We'll lean into minions. Alright, SRS, Gas Cloud, try to stand next to her. I'm just gonna run in a circle. Hopefully she gets stuck on the minions. That was a little closer than normal. Huh, I was gonna say, can I not stun her? I was like, could she get stunned so I don't have to get hit? That kills me? Dude. It's so annoying. I have minus 10 fire res.
Insane! I'll show you insane!
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, technically I'm not in hardcore, so I'm definitely just being more lazy. That's why I like to do these runs on hardcore, because it forces me to have to pay attention, but like right now, I'm like, eh, she looks like she's dead, so I'll just stand still, and that's when you die. The problem is it's a mental thing. I can't just force my brain to be like, yeah man. It's just a me issue.
I admire those who resist tyrants.
Can't you press A to guide them, stay behind them? Yeah, you can. You can guide the minions. It's just extra buttons you gotta press down. With skeleton archers, I find that they just do the job. That's why I like them a little bit more. For 15% move speed. I don't want to get committed to this helmet because it's only 34 armor. Even if it's +1, that's just not good enough to wear forever. Let's see if we can get a slightly better chest. No.
This could be useful.
What is it?
Alright, so from this point on I'm gonna try to like lock in and treat it like it's hardcore, because otherwise I'm just gonna end up dying because like it's softcore. So I'm gonna try to do it. That's why yesterday, slow and steady, guess what? Never died.
Move swiftly.
Whereas on this one, trying to go a little bit quicker, You die. Who would have thought?
Let us for glory.
I have an int issue? How's that possible? Game's telling me I'm fucking dumb, bro? Hello?
Creepers and crawlers in dark spaces. How wonderful. A lovely creature. Infection. Death is my power to
Yeah.
wield.
A little rough on the fire res right now. Yep, I was referring to the lightning specters that do no damage in the bottle precarious. Yeah, it helps. 100% it helps. It definitely helps. It's not called easy core, bruh. I get in the trap because in god damn it. I've just played so much PoE 1 that, you know what I mean? When you've done a campaign hundreds and hundreds of times. Like, I don't even remember the last time I died in campaign in PoE 2 or PoE 1. And then I have that habit of going into PoE 2 and kind of being like, oh yeah, you know, sure, I've done like 6 practice runs, you know, I should be fine. Then you walk up, stand up next to her, she one-shots you because you have no fire res. Because it's not like PoE 1, right? I can't just go buy a 2-stone ring and alteration spam it for some res. Man, my neighbors bought a new dog. And we have like backyards all right next to each other. And their dog won't shut the fuck up. It woke me up like 3 times last night. It's actually so annoying. I just don't understand how people could like, if I had a dog and they were barking in the middle of the night, I would be like, okay, we need to like train them so they stop barking in the middle of the night, because 1, it's annoying for us, and 2, it's probably annoying for other people. But they'll just let him go. And I'm just like, what? What are we doing, dude?
One day, they'll make a statue like this of me.
I mean, I have earbuds, so it's just so annoying that it's like, you know, for years I've had no problems, and then they get a dog, now it's like, alright, well, I gotta use like earplugs or something when I go to sleep. Otherwise I'm gonna wake up. Because like last night I wanted to go to sleep, and I went to sleep at like 2 a.m. So I was like, I'll wake up at like 8, you know, eat, go and play the game, and chill. And instead I'm fucking groggy now. I'm just like a little, just kind of delirious because I got woken up 3 times. And it's like, fuck me, man.
Aren't you beautiful?
Yeah, no fire res. Just be more careful against these guys. Get the slower pace. Not sure I agree with Bruce's like mechanics. Not getting access items or unlimited crafting. Yeah. A lot of people just give up. Well, here's the other problem. They have another dog. It's 2 dogs. So they have one dog who's just chilling. He's quiet. He's a German Shepherd. He's just big chilling. Nice dog. And now their new dog's just a fucking piece of shit.
I think not. Someone wanted these doors to remain shut. I should open them.
Tiny dog. It's like medium sized, you know? It's kind of like to my knee. So smaller than a German Shepherd, but not tiny. Probably is. Yeah, it's probably the size thing where it's a little fucking dickhead. All it's barking at is like squirrels. We have a bunch of trees around here, so it's probably just barking at squirrels and stuff. And it's like, bro, what the fuck? Where'd you go, lady? This boss is pretty straightforward. You just don't stand still. Wait for her to stand still, throw a gas cloud. Easier said than done, though.
Wither away!
Yeah. Minus fire res is pretty rough. Who'd have thought? I mean, I'll try to fix that. I just don't really know what I could do to fix it. Like, I could throw in a rune, a fire res rune or something like that, but I don't have a piece of gear that's good enough for me to do that.
So, take your time. I shall put this to use.
Vendors sell the charms. I think you're right. But who does sell the charms? I don't even remember.
I hear you.
I actually don't remember. I've always done it without buying anything. Wait, yeah, isn't somebody supposed to sell charms?
All right, of course.
It's the same one with the flask? Bruh, I feel like I've never seen a charm in the last week. I could just be blind. I think that's definitely likely.
Stay inside.
I'm gonna look in Act 1. Because if I could throw in like 2 fire res or 3 fire res ones, but I feel like I've not seen one. That would be perfect. That would be the, honestly, that's like the perfect solution. They should just make it so that they sell charms and then you can just socket them in.
Thank you.
And it would be, oh, that would be so good, because then it'd be like, in Act 1, I need cold res, so right before I get to the boss, let me buy 2 cold res charms, right?
It is good to see. These are just some odds and ends of mine.
I'm taking the fire charm in the chest. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, we're at the point where I'm probably done with the fire stuff, so I'm gonna go lightning for the final boss.
It is good to see you.
But
I've collected these over time.
I would like the... Nah, I was saying charms. I meant runes. I want to be able to buy runes. That's what it is. Not charms. I want to be able to buy this. Like, if I could buy... like, the worst one. Like, this terrible one, right? If I could buy, like, 3 of these when I enter Act 2, that'd be sick, right? Boom, enter the Act 2. Alright, 35 res. And then when I transition to the next boss, buy 3 of these. Make them expensive, too. Make them like 4,000 gold. And then I can, boom, 3 lightning res ones, right? That's what I meant. Because right now, it's like I have all these Artificer Orbs. I don't have a piece of gear that's good enough to put it on Fire Res. Like, I can do it on this, because I'm probably going to wear this for the rest of Act 2, and then trade it off in Act 3, but that's it. I put 1 in there, too. That's good enough. That's it, though. I have nothing else that's worth, like, putting it in. Putting it in, you know?
Take your time. Shadows haunt us both.
It's kind of rough. I know last run I had some rings that actually were decent in res. And right now I just have 2 fucking iron rings, and there hasn't been a fire or a sapphire ring that was good. Oh, this helps.
Use it well.
Spell damage and stuff. Alright, so we went from -10 to 14. Probably. I don't know. I still think I probably would have got one shot by the chick, but hopefully I'm not hurting anymore.
Who goes there?
It's kind of rough.
Need some. No need to rush.
A pair of gloves, maybe. Or a belt. It's so annoying because, like, in PoE 1, right, you can just solve this by buying a 2-stone ring, but it's like right now, if I wanted to boost my fire res or cold res right now, it's like, what are my options besides just buying a res? +1, but it's on evasion. 60 evasion? It's not bad. Oh, we're in standard now, so my gold's broken. Fuck. Oh, that's why I wanted to stay in hardcore, because now I have broken gold. That sucks. I mean, I can go by honor code, I guess. I should have. Oh, I should have went SSF. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm trolling. We'll just keep going. It's a time thing. I'll just have to do honor code, I guess. That's not good.
Careful, strong. Yeah, this good is. Do not wander.
I mean, it's fine. We're okay. As long as we're not negative res, it's honestly not that big a deal, but still. I'm just trying to think right now. It's like, is there any way I could, in theory, fix this problem? Like, actually fix it. And I can't think of a solution. It's not that one. I just didn't want to get hit. Anything on the tree? Doing second man and getting Jewel soon. Yeah.
Recent corpses. An easy distraction. Death and decay!
Hold them back while I open the gate.
I feel like getting a +1 helmet is a gift and a curse.
She made light work of that.
Because you get a +1 helmet, but then you end up wearing a really bad helmet for a really long time.
Waste of my time!
Advance with me. There are 4 gates. Open.
Probably wait till like 21 and then I'll go do the trial.
The enemy crumbles.
Ugh. I'm so tired.
None can oppose me. No.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of crossbows. I'm all scuffed on gold now, so I don't even know what to do about that.
My warriors will swarm them under.
I'm surprised you're still with Edie Contagion, doesn't it fall off about now? Yeah, I just use it for clear. The minions are really not good yet. They're just good for single target. So even just using Essence Drain Contagion by itself is good enough. I mean, the truth is that if you were like, okay, what's the fastest way to level Waff? Like, what is the actual way you would level? Because if you're asking me, hey, Waff, would you really level with minions to maps? My answer is no. I wouldn't. This is more just me putting together a way, because I know people would want to level with minions, right? And it's not impossible to do. Is it meta? Hell no. Is it doable? Yeah. Is it how I would level? No. I would just go Demon Form and level Essence Drain Contagion until maps. That's what I did last league. Demon Form, Essence Drain Contagion, Totem, all the way till maps, and then I switched to minions. Dodge that, stand back inside of it. But then I wouldn't be able to say, oh, I leveled minion practice, right? It's kind of like, eh.
I shall dethrone you, Sycamore, and leave you to the sands!
Also, there's the problem of switching gear, right?
And leave you to the sands!
You have to build 2 gear sets, and that's definitely a little bit more advanced.
Wrath for the king! The Marika will fall! I tried to seek peace, and the Sycamore's disgrace.
Can't actually die right here in this part. Sometimes the minions and stuff, just everything gets all fucked up and you get overwhelmed. So I actually think this is the scariest part of the fight, which is weird.
We shall finish this, but not today.
Make haste. He must
Didn't try to get +1 on the helmet and weapon ASAP, then chuck out EDC. I mean, I have +1 on this and this, but I think in all the test runs I've done, I just found that it was just slower than just using an Essence Drain and Contagion setup for clear.
This is no natural sandstorm. We must battle.
I hear my wares are renowned, as you wish.
That's pretty good.
Sands guide you. We in more speak.
Give me the loot. Alright. A little rough on Ant. I need to take this just so I have Ant.
Ah, yes. Move swiftly.
Wait, why are my Skeletor snipers level 3? They're not. Oh, it's because I was getting baited because I was thinking I had +1s. I didn't actually ever upgrade them. Oh, so my boss damage on the fire boss. Oh, that sucks. My boss damage on the fire lady was probably way higher. I probably would have killed her in 1 cycle, and which means I wouldn't even have died. That's annoying.
Putrefy.
But the truth is there's definitely a big difference when you're just leveling by yourself, right? And you can just focus fully on what you're doing and trying to like make a guide about it. Very, very hard. Because it's like, I just go by feel a lot of times. And when you're trying to make guides for stuff, it's like, brother. it makes the difficulty go so hard. What was it? 4 p.m. Oh my god. I'm so ready to play Druid. Oh, I actually just want to skip to tomorrow.
Pit graves and necromancers. This place.
Let me chug. I've had this coffee next to me this whole time. Let me chug it, try to wake up. Oh, I just slammed so much. Ah, god damn it, the neighbor's dog's going again. Also, I spilled coffee on myself. Bro, I can't catch a break. Now I gotta wash my hands. Watched your Lich Archer vid in 3.0 or 0.33.0. Jesus Christ. Any buffs or nerfs? It's buffed. It's a little bit better. There's an Olnatol's extra chaos gem that used to be 20%, that's now 40%. So that's pretty good.
Suffer and die.
And then with the inclusion of werewolf stuff, I was thinking about doing some werewolf archer thing, or just pure werewolves, honestly, I'm not really sure, but yeah. Yeah, I definitely regret not making a skeleton archer build guide for the league start, because there's some changes that have been made and some buffs, but between just doing some practice and stuff like that, I just found that I didn't have the time. So it's kind of one of those like, well, I could do a league starter video, or I could just play the build in like probably like a week or something like that, and then just, you know, make the character. It's such a good budget character too that I could probably literally take the character from scratch, blast through the campaign, the next day get to like mostly end game, and then just make a guide on what I've done. It's kind of like playing Bama, you know, for PoE1, when you just kind of like, you've played something so many goddamn times that you could just do it without thinking. It's kind of skeleton archers. See, I don't have as much lightning res as yesterday, so I think I'm just taking slightly more damage. It's pretty annoying. I mean, it definitely should just respawn. It's actually so interesting, because right now you'd think my damage would be better, and it's not. I know the reason why. But it's actually pretty interesting how much of a difference it is. Yeah. So I didn't get a level 2 gem, so I don't have. Oh, I did get a level 2 gem, bro. I'm so out of it today. I'm so fucking Christ. It's so infuriating. I'm so annoyed. It's like I have a haze over my head right now and I can't wake up. All of this because of a fucking dog. This stupid fucking dog that's just ruining my sleep. If he goes off tomorrow, dude, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I do not want to go into League Start tomorrow. I'm like dazed and confused. That's gonna piss me off so much. Yeah, I'm supposed to drop this and you put this in. I'm spamming, but my skeleton archers are stuck behind the wall. Oh my god, dude. It's so Jover. Yeah, put the support in, obviously it's 20% more damage, so that makes sense it does more damage. Oh, fuck. Man, I thought tomorrow. Jesus Christ. I thought yesterday I was out of it. I am so out of it today. Jesus Christ. I feel like Act 1 I was awake, and then once I got to Act 2, like my brain battery has just been completely depleted. If I go into tomorrow like this, I'm 100% gonna die.
Need something? I've got some trinkets. Here, have this useless gold.
That's not good enough. I'm gonna be so... It's gonna be so bad. I have to get good sleep tomorrow, otherwise I'm so fucked. Realistically, you just gotta get to Act 3. Once you get to Act 3, everything kind of plays itself.
Titans lived and died here. What fate wrought their demise?
Well, today's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. What? There's no Thursday night game tonight? What? Why? No, there is. Yeah, Falcons and Bucks. That game actually matters. I might want to watch that. Because I'm not going to watch football this weekend. Because I'm going to be playing PoE.
Infection!
You should have served me.
Death is my power to wield.
Oh man. Johnny, send in an SOS.
Died here. A resting place.
Fuck.
This was certainly off limits to mortals. How exciting.
For this boss, I can't remember. Does this boss, he does fire damage. I don't know what damage type his beam is. But my reses are so fucked on this first run. I feel like I had way better reses yesterday. Oh, I deleted that character. Shit. God damn it. What was this one? Oh yeah, this is just the same thing. Yeah, I was gonna make a guide on this character that I got sidetracked and I didn't finish it. This character's kind of crazy. What the hell? Yeah, I don't have the other character. I wanted to check my reses on the other character because I feel like yesterday I accidentally just stumbled into a bunch of res. Literally the opposite. Today I ended up with a good weapon and a good helmet. Yesterday I couldn't find a good weapon or helmet, but I found all the armor in the game. I I want to do... I want to do a test of something real quick. Because I am in standard. I could definitively answer the question here. Is there a way to only go pure minions in Act 2? I always go pure minions in Act 3. But is there any way to do it in Act 2? I know Skeleton Snipers can't do it. I know that for a fact. Acid Strain Contagion falls off super hard in Act 2. Pure SRS is really not that good. But I guess you could try to just scale them with damage. Oh my god, I hate standard. And for Unearth, you run Minion Instability. Brutality doesn't work because Minion Instability is fire damage, right? Yeah. Guess you could do Fire Attunement, or Duration, or AoE. Probably just AoE, right? You just want them to help with clear. Skeletal Warriors end up being useless. You could swap to Skeletal Snipers for single target, I guess, but like... You go SRS, you use Unearth. What is the main minion you're supposed to use at this point, though? Because I haven't been the most thorough using other minions, because I just use Skeleton Sniper because I know they're the bosser. But in theory, I guess you could just use snipers for single target, but are arsonists viable? I'm not using Bone Storm. To me, Bone Storm's just not. You gotta change the tree too much. You gotta do armor break stuff. Raise Zombie's not useful. I've never tried Frost Mages. Are Frost Mages even usable in the campaign? Bruh, do I have no exalted orbs? Oh, I do.
Care for us, you young one.
I think I'm too tired to do a run, so now I'm just gonna experiment.
Warm nights.
I need a ring.
Quickie, be brave. Make a choice. That holds power. C'est là.
Quickly.
How can I perfect myself?
I haven't tried mages. Let's just see. So at this point, with a spirit weapon, I can only have 3, which is not great. I feel like they're gonna be terrible, but fuck it. Ice Shard. can't tell if it's a spell or not. It says mage, so I'm assuming it's a spell. Do faster casting, I guess. And let me see what it looks like. I don't know what other AoE thing you might use. I just want to see if they can do clear. I know for single target skeleton archers are completely fine, so I'm not worried about them. But I just want to see if there's any if the arsonists or mages are even good enough. If they had Gamble Shot, maybe? Or Pierce. Yeah, so this is what I mean. Literally, you could just throw a level 1 Essence Drain, and it would clear faster than that. I can't think of any support skill that would make them do anything right now, though. Just Pierce would help, but it's like the damage is pretty low. They have a built-in AoE though. I feel like the problem I have with like when you never do any of this stuff is like it just becomes a spirit problem. Like the problem with these guys is their spirits kind of butt cheeks. And then yeah, I would just switch to these guys against the boss. Unless multi-shot lets them shotgun. If multi-shot lets them shotgun, they could be okay. Otherwise, it's just gonna be arsonists, and if the arsonists don't do well, then there's no minion. You don't have a choice. You have to just keep doing what I've been doing, which is, it's not bad. It's just not. It's like one of those things where you're like, there has to be a better solution. Pretty good. Hey, that's fine. I can work with that. Because the chill and the freeze is what you care about. I'm assuming for single target they're going to be awful though. I feel like there's no possible world where I can make them good. But that's fine, because then you would just do that. And then, yeah, you could just have them set up with single target, get to the boss, and then swap. Doing some last second theory testing, always fun to do. Ow, fucker. I mean,
You're quite possibly my largest victim. Oh, it's warm. And now...
Need some. No need to rush. I shall put this to use. Warm nights.
I'll keep doing a little bit more of the campaign with this. I'm really intrigued then. Because if you could go pure minions, then yeah, once you hit Act 2... Well, pretty much once you get a level 2 support gem. Like, once you get this support gem, then you can just go full swap for single target and AoE. Interesting. The only problem with Skeleton Archers is they need Gamble Shot to be viable to clear. And even when you do get Gamble Shot, it's not the best. It's definitely not bad though. Let me see. Yeah, they have the problem right now, like a lot of minions do at this point though, where they're good against a few minions, or a few mobs. But they get overwhelmed, and that's what sucks. They don't have enough HP to survive right now. Because I treat this as like, yeah, I have a 0-link Essence Drink Contagion. Yeah, just, God, man, I really wish they would buff minions in Act 2. Alright, we could try Arsonist and see how they feel. Pretty sure they're just going to be worse from the last time I tested them. But it's worth a try. Alright, so these guys are attack-based. Multi-shot. Can't remember if it's AoE or attack speed. I feel like it's attack speed. Yeah. Yeah, skeleton archers are just definitely the best bosser. It's not even close. And once you get to the next act, you can get another link, and they just take over from there.
Protect your queen!
Quiet your tongue, sir.
Take those, and if you do this, that could be enough. Alright, alright, let's see. Level 7. Oh, they are level 7.
I will squash you.
It's not bad. You definitely could do this. If you wanted to do pure minions from Act 2 plus, I think this is fine. There's just no way to make minions as fast as, like, other builds, but, I mean, if you're wanting to just play minions, you probably know what you're walking into. If I did Trial of Sekima right now, I guess it sucks though, because if you're gonna play a shaman, you wouldn't have access to Hellhound, but you'd have more spirit, which would make your clear better. Right? Like right now, you could have, what, 80 spirit, which means I'd have an extra 2 of these arsonists, or 2 of the cold guys. And that would definitely make the clear good enough, right? That's the thing about Shaman, is if you go Shaman, you can just go Race Spectre in Act 3 pretty easily. Like, even if you're doing Volguards, if you have an extra 2 Volguards than normal, I just, at that point it's like, yeah, I can't compete. I can't compete with that. Yeah, right now, I mean, it's unfortunate, but this is still not, it's not better than Essence Drain Contagion. Like, I still think you should use ED Contagion for clear, but I think Arsonists are definitely going to be a little bit more consistent to help out the Essence Drain Contagion. That works. This is definitely where I thought they would struggle. Where you just have so much shit on the screen that you actually can't hit anything. And this is where, like, this is the perfect recipe to show why minions in, like, Act 3 are just not great. Alright. I think I've seen enough of those guys. Let me see if these guys are a little bit better. No, these guys are definitely worse. They get overwhelmed better. They need Pierce as well. Like, they need Pierce and multi-shot. There's no reason why I couldn't run Pierce, I guess. But then, oh, see that? God, it's such a tough situation. Also, their command skill is pretty dog shit, right? Target location or a minion, apply arse armor to the minions, reducing damage taken from hits. It doesn't do damage. And then when do you unlock the wizards? Yeah, you get specters here. Yeah, you don't get mages until fucking Act 4. Yeah, arsonists are definitely the only option at this point. It's just not good enough. Maybe if they had Feeding Frenzy. Yeah, that's a spell. Alright, I'll get Pierce. Let me try Pierce. Pierce might. Maybe. We'll see. If Pierce doesn't work for him, then Arsonist is the only option. And if that's the case, I just don't think it's good enough. It's not bad. It's just not better than what I was doing. We just use ED Contagion for clear, and you just use Skeleton Archers for a single target. Holy fuck, I'm actually out of support gems.
Long forgotten shrines, show me your secrets.
What? It's not piercing like I thought it would. I thought it would be doing something different. That is that is not what I thought it would be doing. Yeah, that makes it do no damage. Yeah, I got nothing. I don't think there's a way to make these guys fucking do anything. There's no secret sauce here. And the Arsonist, there's nothing you can do because you need to run AoE and multi-shot. Without multi-shot, they suck, and then you need to run rapid attack so they actually throw faster. It's just every minion is a 3-link. All of them need Feeding Frenzy, basically. If they had access to Feeding Frenzy, it's like, hey, there might be something there. Can't use Spell Echo on minions, I'm pretty sure. Oh, what? You can? When did they... What? Did they change that? I could have swore you couldn't use Echo on minions. Yeah, their cast speed is so bad now, though. It's just not better than Arsonist. Yeah, there's no way to... I can't make these guys work. And then for these guys, you have to run SRS, which means you're locked on Spirit. But... multi-shot. Now, that's it. I think, unfortunately, I think what I was doing is about the best. You could make an argument if you wanted to go pure minions, you did want to do Essence Drain Contagion, then the Skeleton Arsonists are fine. And then you could do Vol Guards in Act 3. Yeah, let's try this for a little bit. If this feels good, then I might change it up. I'm pretty tired. I was planning on going for a long time, so I'm kind of thinking, like, you know what, I didn't make the minion guide. I could make a quick Lich Minion League starter and just have it go live at like 3 AM, 4 AM. Because I already did everything. I already have all the footage and everything. I just didn't make the video. So it's like, you know what, I could just make it, because why not? Fuck it. Because it's a good build. I like it. If I was going to League start minions, I would just do that. And then try out the Spectres later. Yeah, see, minions like this are rough, because you see this guy's got fire resistant, but he also has an AoE that kills all the SRS, and so you're just relying on the Arsonists, and the Arsonists just don't quite have enough damage. Let me get to the boss. I want to see what their boss damage is like. It's not bad, though. Like, if you wanted to play pure minions in Act, like, 2, basically, and you're like, dude, I got a spirit weapon or a +1 weapon, can I do it? But I have a really good weapon. You're not. I can't tell somebody, yeah, just get a spirit weapon or a +1, right? So you're probably gonna have to drop down to 2, in theory, if you were doing this, because you just wouldn't have the spirit to have that. So you'd have 2 Arsonists, which is fucking cheeks, man. That's so bad. But let's see what the damage is like. Yeah, this is pretty terrible. Like, if I was making a... Imagine someone showing a campaign guide, and this is their damage on this boss. I would personally click off the video. I'd be like, alright. So yeah, their single target sucks. Not a surprise. Yeah. Definitely just better across the board. Let me see how the clear feels with just 2 arsonists. Let's say you had bad gear. Because that's the thing, if with Essence Drain Contagion, when you have a couple points in ED Contagion, if you have bad gear, ED Contagion is fine. You can have a 0 link and ED Contagion will still help you clear. But with the minions, if you don't have a spirit here or a spirit chest at this point, which if you have a spirit chest and let's say it's on a energy shield base, congratulations, you're gonna get 1 shot. Which sucks. It's not fun. So if you only have 2 arsonists, which is probably expected for most people at this point. You have 2 arsonists. You're trying to clear this Act 2 zone, which is honestly a pretty easy zone. It's got a lot of density in it, so it's not bad to farm. You're just playing on Earth. What does it feel like? If it feels okay, then I'll probably switch out the ED Contagion from Act 1. Yeah, I think this is fine. I know people like to be purists, and if you're doing ED Contagion and on Earth, you're pressing too many buttons, right? Yeah, see, that's pretty OP. There's a guaranteed spirit gem that you can get that helps a lot from the tomb. But yeah, I mean, here's the problem: is if you take this and you use it, they gain. Oh, it's not listed. They gain like 40% more damage or some shit from level 4, which is going to make it look like I actually have good clear speed, and it's like, that's not true. Because I'm testing the Arsonist, I'm not testing SRS. SRS is staying no matter what. Alright. What do they just do on their own? Like if I'm just casting on Earth and just 2 of them? You know, it's fine. So for pure minion purists that just want to play minions, it's like, alright, well, you know what, after Act 1, you know, find a +1 weapon, try to get a +1 helmet, go Arsonist, you know, it's playable. SRS is definitely going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but, you know, they're supplemental to SRS. And they're better than Skeleton Archers right now. Skeleton Archers, for the record, suck dick on clear right now. They're not. Skeleton Archers really aren't good until like Act 3-ish, like halfway through. Like level 10, that's when they start to really be able to help out and carry on their own. But really, it's just because they're too squishy. But you can switch to Skeleton Archers full time once you're like level 55 and you buy some uniques. And then they become better than pretty much anything you're gonna be doing at the time. But until then, you could just do some Arsonists, maybe try Fall Guards. The thing is, if you're going Shaman, I think if you're Shaman right now, I would definitely just do this. You could have an extra 3 Arsonists right now, you could have 5. That's more than enough to clear the entire game. But, ah man, I'm gonna League Start Bear. I'm gonna League Start Bear because I think Bear's gonna be cool and I want to play the new thing. I don't want to just play minions every single fucking time. I want to actually explore other parts of the game, because minions are always around. I can always do challenge runs with minions and stuff, because I know how to play them. But I want to play the new Cultist Archer setup. I just feel like it's going to be OP. What if tomorrow... this is what I could do. What if tomorrow... I log in, I have a Cultist Archer Ray Spectre setup ready to go. I log in, I run into a map, I see if they're good. If they're good, I'm playing fucking Shaman. I'm playing Shaman Cultist Archers. And adding in Werewolves for extra chaos damage. Or cold, whichever. Because if Cultist Archers are good, it's Jover. That's it. Minions are going to be insane if Cultist Archers are good. If they suck, then it's like, alright, nothing's changed. Just go play Powered Zealots, who cares? This is fine. Okay. I think I'll recommend this then. If you want to just do pure minions, and then in Act 3 you could go either Volguards or you could stay Skeleton Archers. It's a toss-up. But yeah. I have some thinking to do. Alright. It's 5 o'clock. I want to try to get some good sleep tomorrow. I'll probably end up waking up too early though, so I'll probably wake up tomorrow at like 6 a.m. I want to make a quick minion guide. I'll have a minion guide go up tomorrow, because why not? I should have made it. I should have made it yesterday or the day before, but it is what it is. Why? Dude, I look at PoE 2 and it's in Russian. What the fuck is that? Alright, 17 hours. That doesn't help me. I'm bad at math. What time is it 17 hours from now? It would be... So the game goes live at 11 a.m. for me? Bro, that's way earlier than I thought it'd be. What the fuck? Also, when are the Game Awards? Are they on right now? Why does Honkai Star Rail have 200,000 viewers right now? Is there a patch? Oh no, it doesn't. It's 200 viewers. What the hell? Oh, the Game Awards are on right now. Okay. I'm gonna go watch that. Make a minion guide and shit.